are live with Return of the Runelords. Not me hesitating and hiccuping on that. This is a Pathfinder adventure path from 1st edition converted to Pathfinder 2nd edition with lots of dope additions and conversions. Bantering.
I got this cool embroidery kit that I can show you. I haven't started it yet, but
is it one of the ones that curses? Oh,
it looks like it's mushroom.
God, she needs that so bad.
Yeah.
I think the mushrooms are cute.
And a ring, you know, if you got any tips and tricks for that, just send them my way.
Send them my way.
Brief banter interlude. Alvin, tell us something neat about tables.
How do you have? I mean, all right. Well, always keep them clean. You don't want to have messy tables.
Always keep
also,
them clean. Wise words.
I mean, who would want a dirty, messy table?
Looks around at my tables that you guys can't see. Don't look at me.
But if you are gonna get a table nowadays, you always want to go for the lacquer kind of coating on it, so you know it evaporates most liquids that get spilled on there. And if it gets sticky, you just need to do a water wipe on it. You don't really want to go with those acrylic kind of finish because they get scratched up easily, and those scratches tend to be harmful for like bacteria and like food crust and stuff like that.
That was legitimately educational.
It
took a while looking for your tables. I'm very happy with my tables.
Banter part 2?
I'm trying to find one of the cursing embroidery thingies. I thought I had favorited one on Etsy, but I guess I didn't. And now
I
I
can't
myself.
imagine it's what I'm picturing, because what I'm picturing is really loud and vulgar.
Oh,
okay,
so funny. Hang on.
I have a second embroidery kit that I also haven't started. It's what the fuck? Is it the same one?
Oh no!
One of the two.
Oh no,
they're the same.
They're slightly different, but they're mushroom themed.
Someone knows you.
Here's the first one. Yeah, I bought these. It's me.
It's me.
See, they're different.
They are different.
They are different.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Weird. We've had 2 whole banter segments and Ava hasn't trolled. You tired?
I'm in pain.
We just talked about that.
leave her alone.
And on that
Jeez.
note, on that happy note, music today was provided by Michael Chelby Studios Tabletop RPG Music and McRow Music. I guess let's get this thing started. Knit.
All right.
Power and grace to me, in the name of the great Lysala. Let knowledge be carved unto the flesh, that we might learn the secrets of rune magic. We, the Runelords, bore her runes upon the flesh of 7 countries, using her gift of sin magic to raise mighty monuments across our lands. But not even Lysala on high could prevent the falling of the sky. In a single night, our holy realm fell and was buried. But we lie here still, waiting. Lysala has risen from her long slumber, and soon, so too shall her most dedicated servants. We, who lie sleeping, must now rise, for surely no mere heretical fool can pass her trials or prevent the return of the Runelords.
And
All
we're
right.
back.
We're back. So, you, The Disruptors. Now the heroes of Roderick's Cove have finally laid to rest Sir Roderick's very ghost. All of the dangers afflicting the town have been resolved, save one very critical thing. The Sword of Pride, Baraket, a legendary evil relic, overwhelmingly powerful, probably too powerful to be wielded by anyone, really. This sword
Nah, she's just a softie.
is in your possession, and for the time being, inactive and safeguarded with a pair of gauntlets. I believe Lorien has it, correct?
Mm-hmm. And the sword, I should say also, since the weird Halloween shit, she has not ever touched or used it. It's been stuck in the portable.
You
Bag of
don't
holding.
have an extra dimensional space for it, do you?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. That makes sense.
I have a spacious pouch. that it's in.
After some time of rest and recuperation from the trials of everything you faced, you did some shopping, you did some snacking, you did some sleeping, you did some hobbying, a little bit of work, some fishing, dancing, studying, eating, researching. And you have made preparations along with a close friend, Audrani, the forlorn elf, ex-cleric of Ashava, to book passage on a ship bound for Magnimar. Now, you know that this ship's captain is a friend of Audrani's, and that you will be meeting at the docks an hour before sunrise.
So early.
Actually, I'm sorry. I think I just goofed. I'm goofing.
You're done
It's
goofed?
during sunsets.
Not sunset, sunrise,
Oh, sunrise.
which is not better.
So early. Is it
Sorry,
summertime?
it's bound to leave an hour after sunrise, so you're supposed to be there at sunrise.
Okay.
Mm.
And Audrani was going to introduce you to the captain.
Really?
At this point, let's hop over to the map of, or a picture of Roderick's Cove, since we know you're actually on the docks. Well, are you? Do you guys, is there anything you want to do before being there, or do we want to start at like 6 a.m. and say you guys are groggy and on the docks?
Get food!
I think we
What
can
food?
start on the docks. I don't have anything else to do.
Okay.
Hey, we run by the bakery for food first. You gotta have
Ye-
fresh bread.
Oh, yeah. And she opens an hour before sunrise. So at this point, we'll say you guys are on the docks with like some muffins,
More than
maybe
that.
blackberry muffins, some blackberry donuts, some blackberry
No,
cookies.
ship food.
Coffee, please.
She doesn't have coffee. She does have blackberry tea.
That doesn't sound like it has caffeine, but okay, that's fine.
It's all blackberry. That's all she's got. Oh, Jesus, that's loud.
I'm not sure Caillou has my caffeine version, but also would need coffee.
I
Nifix
like-
is like that annoying, energetic person.
In that
like
picture?
that early in the morning.
Wait. No, that'd be sunset in the picture. Fuck. Well, just imagine the sun where your face is looking at that picture of Roderick's Cove, and that's the very
Okay.
scene
Okay.
as you stand on the docks, which are sort of they could almost pass for gravel, what you're standing on, except instead of rock, it's clamshells, oyster shells, little bits of rock, pieces of wood and driftwood, fish bones, things like that have all sort of been trodden upon into a solid mass. Audrani is here with you. She nods to you. She doesn't look tired, but then again, she kind of always looks tired, so she's sort of just neutral as you arrive. I leave it to your discretion if you guys are morning people or not.
Yay!
Some of us probably are. Some of us not so much.
5
Offer her
minutes.
some muffin.
She'll say, "Thank you. I have to decline.
Why?
I need a few hours to get my sea legs, or I might get sick."
Oh. Oh, Vixie, should we be eating right now? Huh?
Nothing? Are you sure you don't want muffins?
Maybe later, but thank you for the thought. And you can see just a snippet of actual anxiety for a moment on Audrani. And it occurs to you in looking at her that this stoic, somber, usually humorless elf actually gets seasick, which is kind of a unheard of concept among elves. There is a ship that is docked at this dock when you arrive. So you're not just standing here, waiting per se. There's a lot of like dock workers. Audrani, when she sees you, she says, "If you're ready," and she kind of eyes you up and notices you guys are packed pretty light, right? Like you don't have big old suitcases full of changes of clothes or anything.
Oh, it's on Moosh.
Well, you've got a magic item for that, Saya.
I do.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think that's why Saya had some.
I've got a couple changes of clothing, but it's not a lot.
I travel light. I've always traveled light.
Well, that'll
Same
make
for
things
Caillou.
easier.
Caillou is also like sort of falling asleep in between doing things. Like someone has had to kind of push her to the dock. She's very tired.
Oh, Nifix would totally be doing that. Steer the ranger, steer the ranger.
Audrani says, "It's probably good that you've packed light. I've noticed," and she kind of looks toward the ship in question, and you can see that there is a man, tall, gaunt, pale, with his hands on his hips, looking absolutely petulant, saying, "Be careful with that! Drop it. No, easy, that's precious equipment." And there's like sailors carrying big wooden crates up a gangplank. And the sailors look, frankly, furious.
They're about
Like
to
they're-
drop it in the ocean.
Like they're
and say,
biting their
"Fuck
tongues
you."
as hard as they can. There is a number of sailors who are kind of nearby. Some of them are moving things up onto the ship. You can see there's people carrying big barrels up there. Someone is operating a winch that's lifting, funny enough, a cow up onto the ship. And you can see that there are 3 other cows on the docks still waiting to be loaded.
Is that the boat we're going on?
The Tylee's Whim. Yes, and let me introduce you to her captain.
Mm.
Wait.
What's it called?
I would like to ask a very serious question for Nifix. If I can suplex an elephant, can I lift a cow?
Oh, no, don't hurt the cow. They're my sister's favorite animal. I love them too.
Lift, no. Trip,
Can probably
shove,
tip it
and
over.
or grapple, weirdly, yes.
Why don't you give it a try?
No,
You still
no.
need strength to actually lift. Remember, suplexing isn't about pure physical strength so much as momentum and use of where you put your body.
I am more than willing.
I'm gonna lean over. If you break that cow, I can't pay for that.
Why not?
Yeah. Saya's also distressed. Like, no, don't hurt the cow.
Even as you're
I don't
saying
think it
this,
would hurt.
I didn't want to suplex it. I just wanted to carry it up. That's all.
you suddenly can hear a buff or sort of a gruff voice. Hey, no, don't talk to him like that. He's one. Then you see like a Dromar that is a half orc who comes rushing toward the gangplank from the ship, like yelling at the 2 sailors who were interacting with their irritating customer, he stubs his boot into the top of the gangplank and goes ass over tea kettle right off the gangplank into the sea. And a few seconds later, he surfaces and is pulling himself up onto the dock, spitting out water.
You good?
He kind of looks over across the dock and kind of beams. I'm good. It's fine.
Hell
Fine."
yeah!
And he just kind of goes
I'm
back
gonna
to helping
go-
him load. No,
I'm
that's
gonna-
not the captain.
I'm gonna go help him,
That's
though.
wait, please, don't. I need to. There she goes. And you see Audrani doesn't look like she knows what to do.
It's okay, Adriana. She can help.
Yeah, I think
No,
you
I
should
was
meet the
literally gonna go
captain
help the-
before. I told the captain I would introduce you.
We'll be
Um,
introduced. It's okay.
I'm literally just helping the guy get out of the water.
When you get over there, he kind of. In fact, I think I've got a picture of him. I do. Open.
You'd be my best friend.
Open the picture.
Open sesame.
Open.
Open.
Ella, please.
Wave your hands and
please
do some
open. There it
magic.
is. Got it.
I told
See?
you, just
Gotta
gotta
be
be nice
polite.
to it.
He
I love him.
Yeah, he looks
straightens
very
up and you can
nice.
see he's tall, even for a human or Dromar. He's tall, but not overly he's not bulked. He's not swole, which is unusual for a sailor type. He's actually leaner than any of the other sailors you can see here. Kind of. Thanks. Guess I haven't got my land legs yet.
It's okay to be a mermaid. You're not a mermaid, are you?
He'd be a
No.
merman.
I
Oh,
don't discriminate.
who are you?
Nate?
Who are you?
I'm Nifix. You
from,
don't know what I am?
You from Roderick's Cove?
No, Magnimar.
Technically not.
Oh, nice. Magnimar. That's also where I'm from. Sail out of there. But I got some work to do. You don't mind? We're
You
setting
want
out-
some
we're
help?
setting sail
I'm
soon,
pretty
so-
strong,
No. I got my job and I got boys for it.
but
But thank you. Thank
my
you.
muscles need use. I have a
will take
muffin.
that. And he will reach for a muffin before you've offered it, just kind of helping himself to it.
That's fine.
He'll love blackberry, and he'll start
And
to
now-
walk away. And
and
even as
now
he's
I
walking,
will-
just a seagull swoops down and takes it out of his hand and flies off.
Oh.
Dude,
Sort
this
of
is
looks at
like
his-
something that
Is
Oh
he
my
just
God.
unlucky?
there's a pub wampy in his pocket or something.
And he just shrugs,
Instead of the
chuckles,
in your
and
pocket, or you
starts
just have your-
walking back up the gangplank, barking orders at a few other sailors.
I wonder if he's cursed. It seems like he's cursed.
Now, everyone else was about 45 feet from this. You saw and heard everything. He's not quiet, and you can see a few of the sailors chuckling, but being very careful not to catch his eye. Audrani sort of sighs in relief, and then turns to a woman who's been standing, arms folded, against the harbor master wall. She's distinctly half elven, or Ayuvaran, I should say. Do I have a picture of her? I sure do, but it sure won't open. That's fine. Here you go. Distinctly elven. You can see she actually has
Oh, she's cute.
a
Hello,
katana.
mamas.
she has a
Shit,
katana
right?
worn on her
Very
back
elven.
I like her
Uh,
braids.
with leather armor that is clearly custom made and dyed into a sea foam color. And
I kind of
she's
visibly
just sort
wakes
of-
up a little bit at the katanas.
watching everything transpire with a little half smirk. Audrani kind of nods meaningfully toward her and starts to lead you guys that way.
Is that the captain?
Yes. Captain Antifale. Saoirse! Audrani, come on! You know me, we know each other. And she wraps Audrani in a tight bear hug, lifting her off the dock for a minute before setting
Can
her
I
back
try
down.
and lift both of them?
You probably could not, because your strength is still 12
Okay.
or +1.
That is true. I shall return. My
Okay.
food is here.
Could you suplex them?
You
though?
could suplex them though. You totally could suplex them.
Let's not.
Probably
Okay,
should.
but
But you
what
could.
if though?
after the captain releases Audrani, she turns to smile a little more cordially, a little less warmly at you, like you're strangers. And it's like she's kind of appraising you as she studies each of you. Well, hello. I'm Captain Saoirse of the Thassilon's Whim. I understand you wish to partake in a voyage to Magnimar.
We do.
Audrani has explained that money is a little tight, and I've arranged to give you free passage on the condition that you will aid my crew in some of their tasks during this journey. Does that seem fair to you?
That seems more than fair.
What kind of task?
Whatever comes up, probably not much. Best case scenario, might need you to eat some of our extra surplus stores and maybe dance a little. Worst case scenario, we run into a storm, might need to help with some repairs. If there are any attacks from the denizens of the Varisian Sea or the Arcadian Ocean, gods forbid we end up out there, then, of course, you would help fend them off. In the
Raise
event
his
of any
hand.
emergency, I will be counting on your assistance.
I could do the last one.
Good. I'm counting on it. You have been highly talked up by Audrani. I'm curious to see if you're
Oh.
really as good as she says. Unfortunately, I cannot offer you luxury quarters. You will be staying in our guest quarters aboard the Thassilon's Whim. You'll find they are below deck. You can take whatever rooms are open. I'm going to apologize now, though, and say you should probably keep your doors shut when you're down there. It's going to smell like hell real quick.
What do you mean
Just
smell
the
like hell?
cows?
We're also transporting 6 cows, and unfortunately, they only fit in the hold.
Ah,
That is okay. Can I ride one?
Nope.
Can I ride one if you don't find out?
Nope.
Okay.
I always find out. The Whim and me, we go way back. She tells me all her secrets, which is also good for you. It means that I will keep you safe, and as long as you are respectful of my crew, don't get underfoot, and fulfill your part of our bargain, I guarantee you my protection and my loyalty. Now,
Oh, that sounds like a good deal to me. Can we go find our beds now?
she
the birth.
says, also, keep an eye out. The Dromar who I saw you talking to a moment before is Elbows Eddie. He's my first mate. If he tells you something, assume it's coming from me and act accordingly. He's a
Okay.
good bloke. He won't hurt you. We do have a handful of other guests. And once again, I say, are you going to stand out here all day with this box, or are you going to load it? They have paid, and as such, have been afforded slightly better quarters. However, frankly, I don't
Yikes.
expect much of them. I just ask that you not antagonize them.
Are you willing to give us their name?
I'm not sure if they would wish for that. However, it is tradition that on the first dinner of a voyage, the captain dines with her guests. All of them. At that point, perhaps we can all do some proper introductions, get to know each other better.
Sure.
So, let's see. Okay. I'm
So
going to see to our. What's the term for it for setting out? There's a term. Fuck.
Weigh anchor?
No, there's a single word for.
Set sail.
No. I'm going to make preparations for our venture. We are setting sail in a little under an hour, so I suggest you
not
claim your
launch?
rooms.
Can
Yes.
I help lift stuff? I need to work my muscles.
Report to Eddie. Yep. He'll give you something to do. Thank
Well,
you.
he said that no, but so can I tell him you said to give me something to do?
Yes.
Thank you. And she's gonna
Actually-
scurry off.
Elbows! Ah! This one's going to help you. Put her to work. Aye, Captain. And you get a sinking feeling as he's like looking at you, suddenly rubbing his hands maliciously. Putting you to work may not be as good as you were hoping it would be.
Look, it's muscle building for her. She doesn't care.
Yeah. So, without any further ado, as I'm sure you guys have been waiting, let's meet your ship.
Yay!
Hello, ship.
How long
Welcome
are we gonna be here?
to the Tylee's Whim.
It's black. It's black screen.
I can't see!
That's because I haven't put your tokens on yet.
I'm blind.
We're all Nifix!
I'm thinking the
Now,
same
I've got some dope ass new shit on this map, so hopefully everything works. But there should
That's
be
great.
some
I
really
still
cool
can't see
stuff. Okay.
I hear lots of waves.
Actually, you'd be on.
It does sound nice.
Fixney, Caillou, Lorian, Moosh,
Not there. Give me a ship.
Nifix, and
Oh, now I can see.
and there are crew members who are going this way and that. You can see it is a two-masted ship with
Lunar?
a brigandine. Brigantine? I don't know how you pronounce that. Alvin, you probably know.
Brigantine.
I was gonna say
Brigantine?
16.
Is it a brigantine? Yes. There is a forecastle and an aft castle, each of which is elevated about 8 feet above the main deck. There's also a crow's nest on the central mast. There is a single door sort of sheltered behind the stairs on the forecastle that seems to go inside. There's also a set of stairs that leads down into the hold and presumably where your rooms will be found. In the aft castle, there are 2 doors which lead inside. And all of those are marked on this map. If you want, you can take a minute to familiarize yourself with the ship. The sailors are just sort of going about their business.
Are we still at the port?
Can we go
At the
like?
what?
Port?
You are still in the docks. If you step on the stairs, it will move you below.
Oh, it's fancy. Hold on.
Now, the stairs descend. You can see that there's a set of double doors directly ahead of you, Saya.
Yeah.
But the path also wraps around both left and right. And
Are
you can
these
see-
boars?
I didn't
Are these
have
the
cows.
cows?
Those are the cows. Yep.
Hi, cows.
And there's a few.
Boars,
There's a pair of
cows.
sailors down there who are just sort of grumbling as they're moving crates off into the corners and trying to make as much room as possible. There are 6 small cabin doors.
And then there's. So I see
And
like.
then there's 2 at
6,
the back.
yeah, and
that
then
look
2,
a
and then
little
1.
nicer.
Uh-huh.
And then this one is more shabby, and it would be currently be open. You can see that goes to the crew quarters
Ah. Okay.
with just a bunch of hammocks. And the
Wait. We each get our own room.
Yup.
Oh. I
Though-
want this one.
The
There's not much space.
the individual who you'd been seeing comes down the stairs and just sort of mumbles something as he moves past everyone over to here, giving you sort of suspicious looks, opens his door, and disappears inside.
Oh. Okay. Bye.
Oh, wait, are these cows?
Can I hear him
Yes,
doing
you
anything
can have to
through the wall?
We're cows.
No. But you do hear the sea. If you've never been on a ship before, it's neat.
I don't think Sarah has.
There are unlit lanterns in each of your rooms. I will take the liberty of lighting them up for you for now.
He didn't have any like emblems or anything
take
like
this
that, did he?
Did I give you a picture of him yet?
No.
No. Oh,
He looks
he's
like.
really gangly.
Yeah.
I did. I warned you.
Yeah, but
Say gaunt.
gangly. That's an interesting set of armor he's wearing.
Uh-huh.
Recall knowledge. Have we seen him before?
Ash, did you get your hero point, by the way?
Oh no, I don't have that.
Yeah.
He's human, you said?
Yep. Very pale. Even in the shadows.
Can I do a medicine check on him just by looking at him?
I would say you didn't have enough time. If you get a chance to meet him more properly, I would say yes, you could. Was there anywhere else you guys wanted to explore on the ship?
Can we freely go, like on the main deck where there was all those rooms? Can we freely go in there, or are they?
Yeah.
Yes.
The only door that is not open to you is the captain's quarters, which is locked.
Okay, but that will be locked anyway.
Right.
I'm going.
Actually, if you all move up, there should be something really cool. Saya, try opening that door.
Ooh. Oh, God, no.
I messed it up.
What did you do?
Yeah, it opens into sort of a... Oh, Lorian, you're there too.
This one. Open all the doors.
As you guys are moving in, you can see... I don't actually... So, Alvin, help me out. You know a little bit about ships. What the hell goes in the forecastle?
The forecastle?
Yeah.
That's usually where most of the crew go.
Okay, but these are too small to be crew quarters. What the hell would be in there?
And it's usually just another set of
Oh, maybe
usually-
like just downtime space, maybe like the galley.
Like a brief
galleys usually in the back.
Okay, what's over here?
Brigantine front end should be where the crew stuff should be, like
Uh-oh.
supplies for the
It
ship.
didn't work. Why didn't that work?
That door doesn't work.
That should have worked. Hang on, go back. I can fix that. It should have worked. I just need to figure out what it did wrong. Quit moving. Make sure that door is shut. Because it's based on the door opening and standing on a certain space. It should be anyone, door trigger.
Maybe I wasn't like on the space in front of it enough.
Cabin exit 1.
Nope.
That's you. Cabin exit 1.
Outside. I'll be quick. Ow,
It
my
should
leg.
be. I don't understand why that didn't work. Stand
This one.
in front of the door and try it. That one's locked. That's the captain's door.
Okay.
Hang on. Opening it doesn't send you? Weird. I'm sorry.
That's okay, let
I
me-
know why. I'm derpy. I know what the problem is. Teehee.
What?
Triggers on open door. There we go.
Oh.
Now open it.
Wait, hold on. I might have not done it. Nope.
You what? Oh, I didn't select the tile.
Tell me what.
Let me try one more time. Make sure the door's shut.
Shut.
It is shut. Yes. Okay, now try it.
Aha!
There it goes. There it goes.
First try, let's go.
Yeah,
So
first
as you
try
go in
every
there,
time.
you can see it's richly decorated. There's like a table in here. There would also be the galley at the back. Some food stores.
Where? Okay. Is this where, like, dinner is? Or is that somewhere else?
It looks like this is where there's enough space here for like 10 to 12 to have dinner.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool.
Did that work? It sent you back? Good. It did send you back. Okay, cool. Cool. So all these, by the way, are new with version 12 of Foundry.
Cool. Fancy.
Okay, and if you guys have seen enough and you've claimed your rooms, you would notice that by this point, Captain Saoirse has boarded the ship as well. She's looking kind of irritated and sort of looking out at Roderick's Cove, tapping her boot. And you've noticed
Somebody late.
Elbows steps over to her and is just sort of talking to her.
Before you move on, I just want, you said to point out anything weird.
Yes, please do.
I see a little tiny Caillou kind of next to where,
You what?
Nefix is. Does anybody else
I
see
do
that?
see that.
Okay.
What the shit?
Oh,
I see the
yeah.
problem.
That might have been
Caillou.
the mount.
It's mount. Yep.
I don't know how you got selected for that.
What?
Are you?
Nifix, get off of Caillou.
Yeah,
She's not
can you-
providing.
Can
was
you
me.
unmount Nifix, please?
I
Get
am
away.
unmounted.
Oh, Caillou's on top of Nifix?
Yeah.
Oh, Kai's doing the writing.
Excuse me?
Caillou, what are you doing?
But I'm on the top deck.
So is Nifix.
Yeah. So there's you and your normal
On
token,
the other side.
and then there's a little tiny token on top of, or right by Nifix that you're also on.
Oh no, this says Caillou's hunted prey.
Oh.
I don't
What
have
are
any
you doing,
other
Caillou?
I have removed that.
Caillou!
Nifix is no longer your hunted
Nice.
prey.
What the fuck?
That was pretty rude.
That was
Keep an eye
honestly
on you,
wild.
Jeff.
Okay.
I don't even have it on my, like, usually I have a little token that's like...
That
you
was
have a target
weird.
selected.
That was sussy.
All right.
Anyways, thank you for
All
pointing that out.
While they're talking, I don't really care to listen, but you know when people use their hands to talk, at any point they do a motion like this, I'm inserting 2 strudels and running downstairs.
So they aren't actually doing that. They look more anxious. The
I would like
captain-
to eavesdrop.
Me too.
Again, she
Yeah.
kind of has her arms folded and looks very impatient. When Elbows approaches, he seems like he's asking her something. She gives sort of a clipped response. They both kind of roll their eyes and just look out at the dock.
I'll approach them. Are we waiting for
Caillou
another
will come.
passenger?
Sleepily alone.
Now that you mention it, yes. We are setting sail in just a few minutes. If she doesn't... And even as you are exchanging these words, you see a pair of ladies laden with bags
Oh, goodness.
approaching the ship. All of the cargo by this point is loaded. You can see as they arrive, one full-figured, beautiful, elegant woman in artfully lacquered lamellar cuirass.
What the fuck is that?
I don't know what that means, but
It means, I'll just give you a picture.
Fashion check! Where's Marco?
yeah. No, I need a
cuirass
fashion
is a type
check.
of armor. It means she's wearing a
Oh.
very stylized, expensive version of leather armor. It's like
Okay.
it's the same as leather armor, except it's expensive and way
Like the things nobles wear.
exactly, exactly.
Show.
But as a picture, this is the lady. She looks like a character out of Bridgerton.
I gotta watch
Yeah.
that new season.
Oh my gosh, I want that.
Tell me she doesn't look like she's straight out of Bridgerton.
She does.
She does look like the character, just a little bit more red hair.
You know who I'm talking about too? Yeah.
Yeah, just more
It
red
doesn't
instead
seem
of ginger.
functional.
Yep. You see this woman sort of briskly approaching the ship, and attending to her is a drab halfling woman with an eye patch and a frown.
Aw.
Well, I pressure would fit right in.
As she steps up the gangplank, the human woman does a curtsy and says, "Forgive my lateness. I am Verlaine Varisia, and this is my maidservant Corla." And she beams around at all of the sailors, more than half of whom are like kind of looking at her, muttering to themselves. To which she sort of bats her eyelashes and beams as though she's flattered. The captain,
Not easy to please. Or very easy to please.
very
sorry.
easy to please. Yes.
I did that backwards.
Do any of you think you might be familiar with such a person as this?
Just,
I feel like if
yes.
she was
It would
around,
be-
I would've-
This is optional. I will put a roll out for you guys, though. If anyone wants to,
Is she from Magnimar? And what the Slow Society?
here.
And the most I can
It's
think
not
of.
required. but anyone who wants to can attempt this.
You know what? Sure. Maybe she went to a show that we were doing.
Is this blind?
It should be automatic.
It's asking. I mean,
Well, is it public or blind too?
You should no. It's fine. You don't have to change anything.
Okay.
It fixed us.
That gave quite the sound effect.
That's neat.
Yeah.
Okay.
Boosh.
That's funny.
Boosh, no.
So literally all of you recognize her.
Oh.
She's an
Except for
actress.
Moosh.
That's for Boosh. Ah, Boosh.
Sort of a celebrity of some renown, whose opera performances are known across the western and southern coastlines of Avestan. That's the continent.
She's an actor.
Although she hasn't performed much in recent times. That being said, Lorien and Saya, only you two further know that right around when she stopped the public appearances, you recall hearing something about a scandal in Igorian, which is the capital of Cheliax, involving a torrid affair with an aristocrat and a vengeful wife.
Oh. Saya's all about that gossip.
I'm not in any way surprised that either one of you know this about her.
Alright.
Noted.
But like everywhere she looks, she meets people's faces and they can't help but kind of smile at her, except the captain, who, if anything, her mouth has tightened into a very firm set line. And she's
Not a fan, Captain.
I don't think there were enough bedrooms. Oh, yes, there were. Yes, there were. There's only
was
five. There's
one
only five of
more
us.
nice room.
Yeah.
Yep.
There's one more
Yep.
nice room and one more crappy room.
Mm-hmm.
I know who's taking where.
Miss Varisia, if you might take your baggage to your quarters, we have been eager to set sail. Oh, of course. Forgive my lateness. I am so sorry. It was rather a tantalizing affair. I'd be happy to tell you all about it, perhaps at dinner. Miss, why can't I remember her name? Varisia. It's like Barzilai, but different. Miss Varisia. Of course. Corla, be a darling, won't you? Help me carry these downstairs.
How many bags does she
Downstairs,
have?
as if they're just going down. Corla is carrying 2 bags. The actress herself has a 3rd.
I can carry the 3rd one for you, madame.
Oh, would you kindly? What a darling. Thank you.
What she
Here you
doesn't
go.
notice is that I have strudel fingers.
She does not notice that. Though, you do catch the eye of... Oh, what's that phrase? In the land of the blind, the one-eyed man is king? What is that? So, does that apply here? With the one-eyed Corla? She does give you sort of a stare down, and you might notice her eye does track to your fingers.
I'll clean them, and I'll give you one. I'll just whisper that to her.
And she just turns and follows the actress. And as they head downstairs, and the rest of you take whatever places you wish, soon the calls of raise anchor are heard, a bell ringing, some shouts, some sails, and the ship is moving.
I want to watch her from the front.
I want to watch from the side. No, from the back.
Wanna watch the butt?
Yeah.
And from the aft, you hear Audrani into the water.
We only just started, girl. It's okay. Me in real life would also be like that.
Not a sailor.
No.
Have any of your characters sailed before?
Well, there was that
Yes.
one time.
Yeah.
Define. Okay. Has any of your characters? Let me ask this: have any of you not sailed before?
Saya's not.
I would say, Saya, let's have a fortitude save.
Let's
This is
find
the
out.
only time you have to do it.
Yeah.
It's a DC 12. I just want to know, are you prone to seasickness?
Am I? Let's find out.
Yes.
I am. I was gonna
Oh,
say I have a
God.
plus 11. The only thing that could make this not work is if I roll a 1. So.
So you like go
Just
to
kidding.
pat Audrani on the back,
Bleh.
and then like a
It was
combination of
contagious.
the smell, the sound, and the moving sea beneath your feet hit you all at
Saya is a
once, and you're
sympathetic
right there
vomiter.
next to her.
Well,
Yeah.
we're gonna have some fun back here. Bonding experience.
I was gonna hang out with Saya, but she's not gonna.
I like to think
Not
Caillou
now.
was on her way there and just does sort of a 180 into a different direction.
Just kidding.
I was gonna enjoy this trip. Not anymore.
Apologize. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Well, so
Uh,
we're
I wonder why
together.
she was so nervous. She knew what was coming.
She has violent seasickness.
Ooh.
So that was at 7 a.m. that you set sail. Is there anything in particular any of you want to do during this first morning and afternoon?
Nifix is just gonna do normal Nifix stuff.
Okay. So like CrossFit, lifting weights, snacking,
Yeah.
stashing snacks all over the ship in little hiding places in case anybody takes your snacks away from you.
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like Caillou would join you on these things.
On which
Something
part?
this it feels like
Obviously, all of it. Just once she wakes up, it'll just
Being
be
in
an
an
hour
enclosed-
or two, but
I feel like being in an enclosed space with Nifix for Caillou is like the best Easter egg hunt of her life. Because like everywhere she goes, if she's thorough enough, she can find little snacks that mysterious fairies just left somewhere just for her.
And you know the worst part? Nifix probably forgets about where she placed half of them.
Yeah.
I like to think
Like,
neither of
Pixie's
you is
putting on
aware of the
socks.
other doing this either. It's just compulsive for like one of you is like, ooh. And the other's like, gotta hide this here, like a dog burying a bone.
Yo, well, like you have siblings. Like you gotta hide your snacks, you know?
Yep. Does this you can say not at all, Kelso, if you don't agree. That just feels like a thing I could see.
yeah.
You
Caillou
think
would
that's
absolutely be the type of person that would be like just checking all the little nooks and crannies when she gets bored, just like for shits and giggles.
I love the
Especially if
idea
she
that
starts finding snacks. It will be a self-rewarding process.
like back in the very first dungeon delve you guys did together, Caillou just happened to find a random snack. And ever since, she's been like, I should look for snacks. You never know. And she just keeps finding them because Nifix keeps hiding them. So it's like, to Caillou, that's just part of the world. It's just natural. Like, oh yeah, if you look anywhere, you'll find snacks. They're
You
everywhere.
never know. You might find treasure. You might just find a snack. You might find an old donut. Like, who knows?
I was going to say, now here's the real question. Is Caillou the kind of person who, upon finding, a bag of dried blackberries hidden between two barrels, does she eat them, or is it more like, oh, that was neat?
It depends on what it is, but she eat it.
You two, goddamn.
Dried blackberries, 100%.
You are
she
both of you, so cursed.
eats. Look what I'm like.
I love this for you.
You put us in a group together. What did you expect?
I love this for you. Okay. Well,
But
let's.
so help Caillou if Nifix finds her stealing one.
It's
She's
not
gonna
stealing
get-
if someone just left it. That's not how that works.
She's gonna get suplexed without question.
Oh. So it is now 10 a.m.
Okay.
The ocean, well, the sea lies before you. Let me confirm on my handy dandy little Varisian Gulf map your route. Yeah, that's what I
You mean
thought.
The one that we have?
I guess I can show it to you. You're just gonna have to ask no questions.
But we have the map.
But I can't see it.
What do you mean you can't see it? Yes, you can.
No token.
Why are you lying?
You can look at the stream.
Lying.
Stream can't see it either. Okay.
Yes, huh?
Oh no.
Well, that's not that far a voyage.
Indigo.
Well, keep in mind, it's about a week.
Does it sail that far?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, I should
This
have
is
bought
a very
more
don't
muffins.
forget, this world is huge. Do I have I don't think I have a scale set up here, do I? No. I believe Riddleport is right here. Can you guys see where I'm pinging?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
So with-
sorry. I was looking at Sandpoint.
With Riddleport up here. And Riddleport is, I want to say, like 200 miles from Magnimar
Over land or over the sea?
by land.
Okay.
So, yeah, this is quite a distance. That being said, you are following the coast.
Yeah,
Are we
I
on
was
that
looking
dotted
at
line?
Sandpoint instead of Roderick's
The dotted
boat.
line is your route. Yep. So, in fact, we can say that Elbows, who's at the helm, at some point when one of you guys approaches him about this, someone speak up. Who might be the first to inquire about your voyage?
Lorian, probably.
I was gonna say
Yeah,
my
Yeah,
guess
that's
is
Lorian.
Okay. So, Lorian, when you approach Eddie, or Elbows, if you prefer, he's amicable. He hands off the helm to one of the other sailors so he can step over and talk to you. First time at sea?
No. But I'm not as comfortable as you clearly are.
We make this voyage a dozen times a year. Captain sails out of Magnimar as often as she can. But we stick strictly to the Varisian coast. So,
Why is that?
Hmm?
Why is that?
It's good business.
I mean, why do you stick to the coast?
It's home. Most of us are more comfortable here. And the captain certainly isn't complaining, so, you know, we,
Wouldn't it save
We've built a
time
good-
just to do more of a straight shot?
Oh, you mean why don't we go out into the deeper waters?
Yeah.
Just no reason to. Might save a few, like a day or two, sure, but there's a lot bigger, nastier surprises out in those waters.
Have
Better
you
not
s-
to
Have you
run
seen
afoul
those?
of. I've seen my share of sea beasties, I reckon. Back in the older days. But we don't go out there anymore. Now it's strictly commercial. We're a passenger and cargo runner. There's just no need to rest the ship, and frankly, most of our contracts are hourly anyway. So, you know, damn it! Ow! You see he's like plucking at his thumb, which now has a wooden sliver in it from where he had grabbed the rail.
Cursed.
You seem to have quite a bit of bad luck about you.
What do you mean?
Well, I saw a seagull steal your muffin earlier.
Yeah,
You
it
fell
happens to everyone.
You fell into the sea, and now this.
Superstitious, are you?
Actually, no.
He cocks an eyebrow.
I suspect something else.
Well, I wouldn't worry
If you
yourself
let me
about-
examine you, I might be able to find something.
I'm gonna cut you off there. There's nothing wrong with me, I promise.
I
Haven't
feel like
made
you
no
were the
enemies.
first sailor I've ever met in my entire life that wasn't superstitious.
That's making fun of someone else for being superstitious at that.
I
yeah.
want to do a check.
What would you what are you trying to do?
I don't know. Is this a fucking like occultism? Like,
What
is
are you
this a-
trying to do? And
Is this
I'll give you-
actually a superstition? Like, I know I said that, but is there a curse or something like this? Or
So what are you what
lying?
narratively what are you trying to do?
I want to know if this is a curse or not.
Okay. So this could be recall knowledge with any actually no, this would be identify magic. So occultism, arcana, religion, nature.
Oh, do I already have this open?
Is this by the back of the boat that you're having the conversation?
Yes.
Okay.
On the aft castle. Where's
Okay.
at the helm.
Saya also wants to know if he's cursed. She absolutely believes he's cursed. She's super superstitious though.
Okay,
Same thing. You can
Okay.
I'll do occultism.
So sorry, what were the checks though? Occultism
identify
and
magic.
okay.
Any of the magic checks.
Religion.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent.
Sorry, I'm trying to use the
Yeah, I gotta get-
action
yeah.
dialogue, but it's not working for me. I think I need to refresh.
What do you mean
Oh,
it's not working?
I'm
Mine-
clicking it and nothing's happening.
same. Mine is not popping up now.
I wonder if you have to have a token present for it to work.
Oh,
Maybe.
I bet it is. Yep.
Okay.
Okay, let me jump back to Tylee's whim. We don't need to be looking at that map anymore anyway.
Yeah, now it comes up.
I mean, I
Okay.
already rolled it, so.
Religion.
Unless you want me to redo it.
religion. Identify magic.
Please do.
Perfect. Oh, not public. Blind GM.
Neither of you gets a sense of a curse about him.
No, he's cursed. Maybe not for real, but science
It might not
absolutely
be,
believes
put
it.
it this way, nobody spell casted upon him. He might just be like born cursed with rotten luck.
If I ever
Um,
see my sister again, I'm gonna have her do a reading for you, sir.
Oh no, I don't associate with harrowing. I've learned my lesson.
Oh, she's true. She's true heroer. She can
I
help
believe you, and all the more reason. I used to pay for
Wait. What happened?
back in Corvosa. I used to visit the pinch harrowers every time we visit, every time we embark or disembark. That's the one. Every time we disembark in Corvosa. And a pinch, by the way, is a copper. It's like saying a penny fortune teller. Till I ran into a real one. They weren't just yanking my chain. They charged a little extra, and I was drunk. You know, thought it'd be a good fun time. Found out a little too much about my future that I didn't really want to hear. Not doing that ever again.
Wait, what'd you learn?
Well, my boyfriend at the time got carried off by harpies.
What?
That sucks.
Messed up, right?
It's terrifying.
Yeah, fortunately, that's as far as my future was predicted. And, you know, it took about 6 months for it to happen, but once I reached the end of where that guy had told my future, I swore never again. No more fortune telling, no more harrowers, no more playing with powers I don't understand. That's all. All respect to you and your culture. That's not for me. And at this point, the captain leaves her quarters and actually steps up onto the aft castle. I didn't realize you were on break already, Elbows. Give me a break, Captain. We just set sail. Helmsman. Derek's got it under control anyway, right? Huh? Shut up. As the captain has now moved over to join the three of you. Talking about old history, are we? The harrower again, Eddie? It was messed up, Captain, and you know it. It was a fortune teller. What did you expect? Everyone knows the Varisians have a very ancient culture, and they know what they're doing. She kind of gives you a little smile. Yeah, I know that now, Captain. You might have told me before we went ashore in Corvosa. But I wanted to see what would happen. It seemed perfect. You were begging for a curse or something. Did he tell you his superstitious nonsense? Doesn't think he's
What?
cursed.
He's
Most
totally
of the crew
cursed.
won't even. Most of the crew won't sleep when he's in the quarters. Superstitious bull crap.
I've
I
seen
agree.
that.
I agree. I think he should allow me to examine him and I can find the true cause of this malady.
Examine him. Are you a doctor?
Something.
I have the ability to doctor, yes.
Interesting. So you're educated,
Yes.
and with your accent, Corvosan?
Yes.
They have very good education there. Academy. I knew some people who went to school there.
She bristles. Yes.
She takes note of that. Forgive me. Perhaps delving into each other's backgrounds is discourteous.
Just a bad experience with the academy, but
Who's really
So-
perceptive right now?
Me?
Out of the pool of who?
Everyone talking in this moment.
so NPCs included.
My perception's plus 12.
Mine's
And
11.
then you guys are back by where Saya token is at?
Mine's 11.
I think so.
Yes. So Eddie would be there. Guy. And Saoirse just came up.
Would there be any like storage, like right here or under the wheel or anything?
Nope. Most of the
no
storage that you don't
crevices?
see like on the deck there is down in the hold.
Okay. Well, like Nifix is minding her own business and stuffing something in behind the barrel.
They're just gonna be finding like packets of blueberries and these places. Like,
Yeah.
out of curiosity though, nope. And
I feel like Nifix
okay,
is, like,
the
low-key
captain
a
might
barrel.
notice. She just sort of, for one moment, makes eye contact with you, or I guess she tries to.
Nifix doesn't even notice. Yeah.
Just kind of has a curious look, and
And occasionally
Seems to-
Nifix, when she passes the crew, she'll be like this, like.
You playing it up?
Don't mind her. She means well.
I was just curious. You are not the first group of adventurers that I've ferried, but certainly the strangest.
I think
I hope
that's a
you have
compliment.
plenty of food. The two gnomes like to eat.
Yes, I think we'll be fine in that department. However, they're not going to get into anything harmful, I trust.
Do you have anything harmful on this ship?
I don't know what the alchemist has, but as for
Alchemist?
He's a what?
Mr. Beckwood,
Oh, now she gets name.
He's an alchemist?
yes,
Interesting.
yes, he will be joining us for dinner. I have insisted. So perhaps that'll be an
Do you not
opportunity for
wanna have
all of us to
dinner with
learn a
us
little
all?
bit more about him. He paid double. So he paid double on the condition that I not look too closely at what he's carrying. He's likely a smuggler. But since he came from Riddleport, that likely means what he's doing is sticking it to the pirate lords there, and I'm always happy to contribute to that endeavor. Their loss is everyone's gain, after all. Especially on the sea.
What about your flamboyant passenger?
Virulane? Another well-paying customer. Bound
Do you-
for... Yes?
Do you typically have people like her that you ferry?
We get all sorts. Virulane's a favorite commodity, though. He's always performing for the crew, singing songs. Damn! Oh, that was a nice coin.
Oh, she's been here before then.
Yes.
Oh.
A few times now.
Friendly
Though
rivalry.
perhaps not as frequent of a flyer as our own Audrani.
So it's well known that she travels on this ship.
Wait,
I wouldn't say
Audrani,
well.
you're here
Of
all
course.
the time? I assume
Audrani
she's still...
is below deck at present.
Oh,
No,
okay.
She went below, like, once her stomach settled,
Mm.
she settled on laying in her cot groaning for the afternoon.
And you and Audrani are good friends.
Yeah, but I guess I don't see her that often, so...
You know Audrani as well.
Oh, yeah. She's great.
Excellent. She is. She's a sweet-hearted woman. She deserves better than the life she's had.
How did you two meet?
But,
A long time ago, I was in a dark place, and she pulled me out of it.
same.
Seems like she has a habit of that.
Aye, she does. That she does. Though, I don't think she likes how busy the whim can get. I don't think crowded spaces full of hot, sweaty men are really her scene.
Looks at Saya. Like, it's yours.
Enjoying myself.
And the first mate over by the balcony, or the railing, kind of turns around. Oh, you think I'm hot, Captain? I think you're sweaty.
Well, I'm glad she has a... And she's gonna go into Elvish and say,
If you type it in Elvish, anyone who speaks Elvish will see it in chat.
What?
Well, Google actually says melon, I think is how you say it.
Have you not seen Lord of the Rings? What's the Elvish word for
I don't remember. It's been so long.
melon?
Melon?
Something
I'm
like
glad
that.
she has a melon like you.
Melon.
Melon like you.
E's are always pronounced as A. O is always aw.
Get your Tolkien
Eyes
out.
are E's.
That is true. And usually, DH is TH.
How fun.
Good old Quenya. Let me confirm that she speaks that.
I can't believe I've talked to so many elves and none of them fucking speak Elvish.
Don't worry, she's not a forlorn. Yes, she is. Just kidding. She looks at you in surprise. And in Elvish says, that was in common.
Yeah.
Damn it.
I was
Let's
gonna say,
try that again. Damn it.
Right,
It won't
you're
let
not-
me. Okay, well, in Elvish, she says, "You
How
speak
come
my
it won't
tongue."
let you?
I have some settings turned on that
Oh.
I shouldn't.
Should I?
Don't worry about it. We as a conversation, that's one thing for like reading something. For a conversation, we can just say it's Elvish. Anyone who speaks Elvish understands.
Does anybody else speak Elvish?
Mm-mm.
I don't think so.
Really? That's a surprise. I mean, I know Ava does, but not Nifix.
No, Nifix
Uh,
is a bag of rocks in the brain.
Yes.
Triggered rocks.
I have a 0.
Yes. Quite well.
She scrutinizes you. Yes, back in Taldane. You are an interesting group of adventurers indeed. It is good
Fixie.
to meet you all properly.
Fix me.
God. I'm reading what?
Okay. I need you to look at that thing, and I'm gonna pose to like the crow's nest. I need you to measure exactly 6 feet off the ground for me with this rope. If I were to tie
What?
it,
Are you gonna climb that?
I am going to practice climbing. Yep. It's perfect.
You don't climb the pole, you climb those. I'm gonna point at the rigging.
There are ropes and rigging everywhere on the main deck.
No, I need to practice going straight up.
Did you ask the captain?
Wait a minute.
I was hoping she'd turn a blind eye.
Siren's a swashbuckler that has never been on that ocean.
You
yeah,
caught that
it's
too?
it's a class, not a
Not a
profession.
lifestyle?
Yeah, no, she's a dancer who worked with her family's traveling circus. Like we
It is-
did
it is
on
ironic,
land.
though.
We did on
It is
land.
What
certainly
irony of
ironic.
ironies? Sorry,
What are
that
you
like
gonna
just
tie
like
the
the
rope to?
rigging thing made it click. I was like,
I'm
wait a
gonna tie
fucking second.
I mean, I was
Okay.
hoping it would be
Stop.
seasick, but
Go ahead.
I'm gonna tie it to the top, and if I fall, I don't fall.
Pixie's like trying to do like link like that's not how it works.
Really?
You guys can hear as you're saying, as you're like looking up at the crow's nest from the aft castle. You hear the captain, Mr. Selder, what's the weather looking like? And from the top of the crow's nest, you can hear a sailor call down, "Clear skies, Captain." Very good, helmsman. Keep us straight and true. Follow the coast. You know our usual route. We will be stopping briefly at Windsong Abbey. Understood, Captain.
Ooh.
I am living my best treasure planet right now on this ship, by the way.
Yeah.
You know,
Yes.
I think the heat is getting a bit much. I'm gonna be in my cabin for a bit. I'll talk to you all later.
okay, bye,
Until dinner.
Lorian. Saya's gonna try to look as cute as she can while not feeling well. just kind of
Oh,
just take put.
Before I go, Here, Saya.
Yeah.
She's gonna give Saya a mint leaf from her healer's kit.
Oh, thank you.
Chew on that, it'll help settle your stomach.
Oh, thank goodness.
So what I'm going to let you do in this case is use medicine to treat poison on Saya to see how effective this is. So if you use the skill dialogue under medicine, there should be treat poison. This might actually save her from seasickness. That's a yes.
Here,
Yes,
eat this
I
mint
believe
leaf.
it
You'll feel
sure
better.
does.
Leaves.
Yes.
This is a critical success. So technically, you don't have to add the effect, but what this means is, oh, you've got +4 to your next saving throw. So yeah, Saya, make another Fortitude save right now with
Okay.
a +4 bonus against that DC of 12.
Modifier +4.
And over the next 3 hours, we'll see if your seasickness fades or if, like Audrani, you're gonna have a miserable time.
As long as I don't roll a 1 again, it should be fine.
It's not a critical success, but it is a success. So yeah, it's not immediate, but over the next few hours, using the mint leaves that Lorian gave you, it works tremendously.
Wait.
You actually start feeling a lot better.
Oh wait.
Yes.
25 isn't a critical?
21.
21.
I thought there was a +4.
It's
Oh,
included
okay.
in there. Yep.
Well, that sucks for you.
Is this it? Where's the
It's
room?
downstairs.
I did go.
You went into the quarters, captain's quarters.
Yeah, you want
sorry,
to?
Cap.
It's
Sorry, Captain.
yeah, that
Oh, here it is.
downstairs.
And that
Got
wasn't the captain's quarters. That was the dining room or dining hall.
Sorry, dining hall.
Captain's quarters are below to the left.
Yep. All of you guys' quarters are down in the hold.
I'm gonna creep a little bit down here, just FYI.
Okay.
You know,
As you're down here, there are 2 sailors who are sort of tending to the cows and grumbling. There are the quarters. You can hear Audrani groaning in her room, which is the.
Oh, I
southwest
should
room.
go. I should go help her. Okay, I'll go help her.
You wanna?
Yeah.
When you knock, come in.
Oh, Johnny. Oh God. Here, let me help you.
Oh, no, it's fine.
No, here,
It'll
eat.
get better.
Yeah, I know. Eat this though.
All right, make another
I'm gonna reroll
No!
hero
that.
point
Eat
time.
this, bitch.
slaps her with a mint leaf.
You feel better?
Whoops, wrong leaf.
Oh, sorry, that was the wrong one. That was the poison ivy. Hold on. I hit the button.
Did
Reroll
you
it.
right click? There you go.
Oh.
Ooh, that's better. Okay, so she gets a +4 bonus on her fortitude save. Nice. Okay, that's a critical success. So yeah, she thanks you, and in a few hours, like Saya, she will be feeling a
Okay,
lot better.
you just I'm just gonna go.
Thank you.
Okay, yep.
She looks fucking dead though. Like
Yeah.
she's practically green. And elves, contrary to popular myth, are not actually supposed to be green.
I'm looking for Mr. Baxter's. Was that in
He
a
was
different area?
Nope, he was in this room. You
I'm gonna.
recall.
Yeah, that's the thing. I wanted to creep at his door.
Okay. So you're like listening at the door?
I'm
That should
like
be
on
under-
my way to my room, but casually like, let's go down in here.
If you're just listening at the door, that'd be under the perception skills. I think there's a specific action for it.
For creeping on somebody while they're in their cabin. I'll look
I
for
believe
that.
so.
I feel like that's
Okay.
what it's called, actually.
Creeping on somebody? Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the technical term.
Perception
Yeah.
is seek and sense motive.
I'd call it seek.
Seek their motives.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna kill her later tonight.
You can hear
You son of a
scratching,
bitch.
like what sounds like a quill on thick parchment, maybe a journal or a notepad. You can hear the occasional mumble, like of somebody doing math real quick and then writing something down. And as the ship sort of rocks, some of the crates in with the cows start to clink, and you can hear like rattling coming from some of them. And from the door, you can hear glass. I paid for this. What? They're gonna break all my glasses, my vials.
Fucking nerd.
I have to waste everything. Precious laboratory equipment.
Which room was mine?
You tell me.
How about this one?
I let you guys claim your
somebody's
own
in there.
rooms,
Somebody's in that one.
so.
This one. I say out loud to no one in particular. Going to be working on formulae and labs. Don't bother me in my room. I say it loud and I'll shut the door.
Interesting.
Yep.
The last thing you hear before you shut the door is the sailor being like, "Now there's bloody two of them."
Fucking nerds.
Okay. It's, let's see, that's 1 o'clock. So
Yeah.
we move forward another 3 hours. About 4 p.m. Smooth sailing. Anyone? Yes.
Nifix is still trying to get Vixie to measure out the rope so she can. She kind of just wants to try flying off of it.
How tall is the mast?
30 feet. Well, up to the crow's nest.
I'm gonna give me the end of the rope, and I'm gonna cast it up there with Mage Hand.
Okay, I am gonna tie.
The sailor who's literally already up there sort of sees and is,
Like a rope just going.
like, takes the rope, is like examining it.
Can you tie that?
Huh?
Can you tie that?
With a knot.
Where to?
Anywhere?
Huh? He doesn't ask questions. He'll just do it. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Seems legit.
So how she's gonna tie herself to the rope? She's gonna have a hoop through one leg, a hoop through the other leg, and then then wrapped around her torso and tied.
My God.
Oh, Saya was hoping that you were gonna start swinging around with it, and then she wanted to join you. Now that she's feeling better.
Oh yeah,
But-
no, she's gonna literally try climbing this without nothing because it's for a feat I want to take later, so I'm practicing now.
Vixie's just muttering.
Is it good if I fall? I'm not gonna hit the deck.
It seems. I mean, wait a minute. He's a sailor. If you can't trust a sailor's knot, you can't trust any knot.
Well, I met my brother for the measurement part.
You know that. We'll
I-
see.
Can you tie it a little higher?
No. He'll kind of. You want it higher?
Well, like
No way.
I need
No,
to
can't do that.
I need a little shorter of the rope.
Why don't you knot it?
I'm gonna climb up there the proper way and look at him. Can you show me how?
Well, yeah. See, it's like this, and he'll pull the rope all the way up, and it's gonna. If you don't mind the time, he'll teach you how to tie a proper ship's rigging knot.
Oh hell yeah! Does any of this? Does he notice that I'm blind and get curious about anything?
Oh yeah, yeah. He's just very first thing he, in fact, says once he's like got a proper look at you is, "I'll be. You're blind.
Yeah,
You see?
kind of. Don't make that face.
Oh, sorry. Wow, wow, and you, wow. Okay, yeah. So if I do this, can you see what I'm doing? Can you like follow? He'll start showing you how to tie a knot. Make a.
Do I finally get to use the skill action dialogue?
No.
Oh.
I'm debating. Make a note for me on your sheet that you have picked up 1/4 of training proficiency in sailing lore.
Okay, I'm just gonna write it in new lore and just put 1/4.
Well, you are not considered trained in it yet.
Yeah,
You-
I'm just
you have
having
n-
it there. So
Okay, that's fine.
once I get
Just as
all
long as you
four-
understand. So basically, it'll be nothing, nothing, nothing. But once you complete it, you'll just gain training.
Yeah. This is untrained, so we're good.
It definitely is taking a few hours for him to go through all of this with you, though. Because, as it turns out, there's a lot of different things you can do with rope on a ship, and different types of knots, different ways of getting the rope into said knot. It's complex.
Fun fact, you guys learned this in Girl Scouts if you ever been in it. And Boy
I
Scouts.
bet not to this extent, though.
No.
This is comparable, though. Yes, it would be comparable to that. Just like more in depth. And now Nifix knows how to tie a knot. Unfortunately, I don't. Did you let Fixney know that you had gotten distracted and were not coming back down?
Oh no.
So Fixney, it's going to be about 3 hours till she's down. How long do you think it takes you to move on with your day?
Probably after like 20 minutes. He's gonna go back to reading the journals about the portal magic.
Okay. Oh. Okay. Okay. Interesting. All right. Is there anything else you guys want to do before we advance to dinner time?
Askell, you mentioned hot, sweaty boys,
Oh, boy.
but I know you meant warm. But Saya is looking for cute boys who will flirt with her.
So these are touch-starved sailors.
Ah, okay, easy. Easy. Okay. And Saya's just gonna be real flirty. I'm asking real up close, what are you doing? What are you working on? To the cutest ones.
Okay, that's not hard to honestly, frankly, in spite of being a Dromar, Elbows is probably on the upper echelon of a cutie, depending on how you. I mean, if you can get past.
It's not the drum.
The green skin.
Yeah, no, it's not that part. It's the part where he doesn't like harrowers and he
He didn't
kind
say he
of.
doesn't like them. He said he doesn't utilize their services.
Yeah, but she was just like, well, if you
Because
don't want to
they're
know my.
so accurate.
Yeah. If anything, he's like, no, they're legit.
Compliment,
They're
yeah.
good. They're really good.
Yeah,
I
but-
am feared.
But he already wouldn't like my sister, and that's just a no-go. So.
Fair enough. Fair enough. But honestly,
I will be joining you on this absolute recklessness of it as
if you take a good
the
look at
weirdest
like,
hype girl ever.
oh my god. If you look at what Eddie looks like, though,
Yeah, no, he's cute.
about 3/4 of the other sailors here look similar, but more juiced.
Mm.
I feel like those are the ones that Saya will go after.
Yeah.
What's the old man?
And the thing is, none of these are like piratey types.
Mhm.
They're more like it's a ship full of himbos.
Oh, perfect.
Hell yeah, that's
Sounds
even
about right.
better.
That's perfect.
Some of them complain a bit. One is very stressy and gets like over the course of 3 hours.
Mm.
You never reach your flirting to him. Like there's a long line. You know, he's got to wait in queue.
Yeah.
But over the course, you've noticed like his voice has gotten steadily more shrill and has
Oh.
gone up nearly an entire key
Oh. Octave.
from stress.
Yeah.
No, not a whole octave. Jesus,
Oh.
that would be way too much.
Oh, okay.
Not, oh my God.
Well,
no,
I
that
thought
would
that's
be-
what you meant. Okay.
No, like one note.
Just one note. Okay.
Okay.
Holy shit. How
Well-
stressed do you think that guy is?
I don't know. You were making
That
it
is
sound
some-
like
It's a normal saying. Going up an octave is a normal way to describe someone's voice.
I mean, it is.
Like she
Okay.
just did it.
Okay. Does that guy need some attention?
No, it seems like he needs to chill the fuck out, to to be honest. Like most of it, it's not so much like general anxiety as it is he likes complaining. And
okay. I know
he's
that
made
type.
stress sort of his personality. But there's no venom to it.
Okay.
You do, over the course of this time, I guess, you get to know a few of these guys. Now, if you hover over their tokens, can you see
it just says unharmed.
descriptors?
No. Unharmed, unharmed, unharmed.
That's a shame. So, like, each of them has a descriptor to it. So, like, the two on the starboard side of the ship, these two, left is stressed sailor, right is apathetic sailor.
Okay.
And they're sort of a two-person team working some of the sails.
Okay.
Over by at the very, at the fore, or at the bow.
The front?
Not the bow. The bow. It is the bow. At the bow. Foolish sailor.
Mm-hmm. Like silly?
Yeah, sort of. At one point, you see him sort of like leaning over the railing, and with no one else around, he hooks his foot onto the railing and then just drops over the side, hanging on by his foot from the railing for a moment. And when he comes back up, you can see he's got a broken piece of wood and a smile.
I feel like him and Saya would actually get along.
I was looking at that one, not just because his name is Foolish, but it seemed like, I feel like that would be where Saya ends up being like,
because
hey.
That's her kind of bravado, sort of stupid actions.
Yes.
Okay, I also just need to, like, outside of the game for, like, a split second, I legit thought you were trying to describe this person as Foolish, aka
My husband.
Nid's partner. Like, I was like, wait a fucking second.
No. He's very serious. That's funny, though.
That is pure coincidence, and I love it.
No, Saya is silly, so she would love that. And absolutely, like, kind of join him in doing crap like that.
Okay. You do find out his name is Kirkut.
Kirkut. All right.
Caillou is also
With a
joining
Q,
and
with two
helping
Q's. Qurqut.
them be dumb as hell.
Okay, so wait, Caillou, are
All of the
you
bad ideas.
are you a wing woman then, or are you going after some of your own flirtations?
No, I'm just hanging out with Saya, and I am encouraging Saya to do dumb shit.
Okay.
Perfect.
So this is great. This is good because you got two people that are just like, fuck it, I don't care, and one person's like, yeah, you should absolutely do that thing. That's kind of risky. That feels like it'd be really fun. Like, what do you need? Do you need like rope? Like,
Yeah, like, can I like? Oh no, I'm gonna fail this check. Like, but I kind of like at least at some point want to walk out onto the end of the boat and then come back.
Are you trying to so is this before or after you've like really sat down and talked to him? Is this like your way of getting his attention?
Getting his
or-
attention, absolutely.
Okay. This feels like fascinating performance to me.
Okay.
Do you agree that that's kind of what's going on? You're trying to fascinate him? You're trying to
yes.
get his eyes on you?
Yes.
She is peacocking right now, real
Yep.
hard.
And if she falls off the goddamn ship, it'll be love at first sight.
Have a hero point at least.
Yeah, you probably should try not to fall in.
Yeah, all right. I gotta find my fascinating performance. It's in my actions. It's not
From
really
Pirates.
a dance though, is it?
No, so in this case, I would argue it'd be acrobatics.
Yeah. Okay. So let me just do you want me to do the skill action then?
Yes, and it is the balance action, because you're trying to go like out there precariously,
Yeah,
right?
a
That's the
little-
epitome of balance.
Yeah. Let's see, this
This went
is
from like voyage simulator to dating
He's
simulator
watching
real
this
quick.
and like,
it's
just
stop. I'm hero pointing it. I'm hero pointing it.
Mhm.
I don't trust that. It was on the 18 and then it kept going.
Just a note, on a failure, you're fine.
That's
It's a
better.
critical failure,
It went
you
to
gotta
the
watch out.
it went
Oh,
to
wow.
the 18 instead.
So yeah, This isn't like Titanic. This is more like some pirate musical where you're like out there all the way on the end of a precarious thing, running, spinning, like you're moving at full speed. You have no, there's like no cognizance of how dangerous your footing is.
Oh no, I am Jack Sparrow, aren't I?
Can we play?
Captain Jack Sparrow.
Will we get DCMA? Can we play that?
We'll probably get. Yeah.
We cannot.
Disney is very protective.
We sure can't. We don't want any mice infestations getting involved here.
Nice wordplay.
Thank you. Yeah, you have his attention.
Well, I
And
saw
though he
him
doesn't-
do the thing, so I gotta do.
I was gonna say he doesn't come out and talk to you, but like 15 minutes later, you happen to notice that he has taken his lunch break up on the rigging, and he's just sitting up there with like a lunchbox, eating an apple, on the very edge, and it's like swaying.
Ooh.
Yeah, there's no ropes. And at one point, when he notices you looking, he makes like he's dropping the apple, and then swings down, kicks it with his foot, catches it with his other hand, and does a full like rotation around the mast, holding on with his thighs.
Ooh.
Or not the
Imagine
mast,
that if you were that
the
apple.
rigging. Yep. And then he winks
I
at
thought
you
you were
and
gonna
takes a
say
bite
you
out
were
of the
the
apple.
rigging, and I was like, well, all right then.
All right, Saya has now found her husband of the
Yep.
game.
Yep. We're gonna hang out for the rest of the thing. Kirkut? Qurqut?
Yep.
You're my friend now.
Boyfriend now. What do you mean?
It's not.
You have
it's-
befriended foolish sailor.
Yes.
Anything
And
else?
you all haven't even spoken yet.
Nope.
Caillou, you have like it's infuriating. You have gassed up Saya to so many of these sailors, and the one who she hasn't fucking talked to is the one it's going swimmingly with.
Here's what it
Go
is.
figure, right?
Yeah.
Is there anything else any of you guys want to do before dinner time?
I'm working on formulae. Literally, I am doing
And
that.
such.
And such
Okay.
nerdy stuff.
All right.
I will be making some little sketches of people.
Okay. Then let's move ahead another 3 hours to 7 o'clock. Notice the time of day adjusts with the actual clock.
The
They
brightness
light up
changes.
lanterns.
Am I still learning knots? Can I
No.
still be learning knots?
No, you're about done with that. Now it's starlight out here. Well, not starlight. It's setting sunlight. I didn't do it, but technically there's a way you can set up global illumination to add a color tint. I could literally set up sunset colors.
Ooh.
That's
I'm not-
pretty good. That's pretty good.
I'm far too lazy, but I
No.
could.
That's fine.
Could do it if you wanted to, but
Yeah, you could totally do it.
So here's the scene. We have Saya sitting on a barrel talking to two sailors. Both of them kind of like, yeah, we work out sometimes down in the hold. It's pretty good. Like, hey, sweet tats, where'd you get that tat? Is that Parisian? That's pretty good. We have Caillou. What is Caillou doing now? Still the same? Are you still kind of part of that? Would you be
Well,
over there
there's two
too as part
people.
of that
Yeah, she'd be
conversation?
hanging out. She'd
Okay,
be
yeah.
sitting around. She'd be making cute little caricatures of the guys that she's talking to, and they're not normally very attractive. In the
Okay.
sketches.
Okay. Yeah.
But it's kind
And
of
like,
funny. Like,
there's a couple of them who come over, and several times Elbows is like, "Get back to work! You think we're paying you to sit around here hitting on ladies? What are you doing? Damn it! Oh God! Damn, that was new." You have the captain, stoically up by the helm. She's kind of taken the wheel briefly, maybe an hour. So about 6 p.m. she has gone into her quarters. We have down below Lorien, seated under a lantern in her own quarters, quietly poring over a book with some chemical formulae, occasionally testing things from one bottle into another. The smell of cows and manure saturating the hold. We have Fixney, gracefully maneuvering from nest to nest as things move about the deck, finding new places he can read. And then we have Nifix, who by this point has probably proceeded to
Dangle.
do her rope climbing. Or maybe by this point, since she had 3 hours and no one to tell her no, she's just tangled up and is hanging by a foot like, hell.
Oh no, I wanted 6 feet off the ground, so.
Oh, okay. Yeah, just sort of seagull bait, just swinging.
Unsupervised Nifix is not a good Nifix.
And that's where we're going to pause and take a brief 10-minute break. When we come back, it's dinner time, and we're going to get to know the who's who of Tylee's Whim. See you soon. We are back. And it's dinner time. So, let me go ahead and get rid of the dockside music. Do I have anything that's like... I don't know why I'm asking you guys. I'm wondering if I have like a proper dinner thing. Is that too much?
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't have that answer for you, buddy.
No. But I suppose Saya stops flirting a little bit and sees poor Nifix dangling and... I'm sorry, boys. I'll talk to you later. She will help get Nifix down.
Wait, get me down with dignity, please.
Of course, as best as I can.
Can I quickly see if I can cut that rope with some darts?
Was it your rope, Nifix, or was it one that was already here?
It was mine.
Okay, then yes. You don't have to roll. You can do that.
I'm gonna do a spell. It's like
You're doing a spell.
That will go over nicely on a ship.
I mean, nobody's gonna stop you, but I imagine there's gonna be a lot of. There's a few missing lights. There should be one on either side of the mast as well. Sorry. There's definitely gonna be eyes when there's a oomph of Nifix hitting the deck.
Oh no, I'm right there. Can Saya catch her?
no, isn't she dangling from a rope?
Yes.
Okay, so
Oh. So you're gonna do that before I get to her?
Tell you what. Saya,
Yeah.
roll acrobatics. Just straight acrobatics check.
Okay.
If it's a 20 or better, you get to Nifix before he finishes the spell and you catch her. Otherwise, dignity.
So close.
Well, goodbye dignity. There's no damage. It's just emotional.
It's like right.
Nifix eats shit right on the wooden deck, surrounded by
I'm gonna
sailors.
that was for the last suplex, and I'm gonna go back to my.
He did not forgive. He did not forget.
I can't go back and put away my journal.
You know you're stuck on a boat with me.
I know what I'm doing.
On that note, we're gonna sort of
Are we sure?
down in you guys' quarters. Audrani kind of gets everyone together. The captain is ready for us to join her for dinner. You are all coming, right?
Of course.
Mm-hmm.
Good. Okay.
Feeling better?
Yes,
Are you
thank you.
nervous?
Of dinner, no. But what lies in Magnimar, I'm terrified.
Okay, I will protect you.
Yeah. I mean, thank you. and you guys accompany Audrani into the.
Wait. Did Nifix go down to the room?
Isn't it?
I'm assuming Audrani. So this would have been at a point when Audrani could get all of you together at some point.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna change into fine clothes that I packed, and I'm gonna toss a pair of fine clothes or Nifix fine clothes that I kept.
I have fine clothes.
Yeah, because I know you forgot to pack them.
Oh, we're dressing up? Okay.
Well, it's a dinner, isn't it?
I've got fine clothes.
I would wear something clean at least.
Well, yeah. I mean, they're all clean, but
Vivek has jelly stains on her. Nothing that you guys know of what she's been eating has jelly, by the way.
What I wouldn't give for a gnomish monk's metabolism. Once you guys are ready, you enter the dining hall. That seems overstated. You
The
enter the galley. Though perhaps, at least in this case, it's more of a, we'll call it a dining cabin. A long table fills the room, covered by a white tablecloth and set for all of dinner's guests. The centerpiece is a wooden replica of Tylee's whim, adorned with fresh flowers. Captain Sersha sits at the head of the table, and you see that Audrani has taken a seat directly to her left, while
in the right room.
I think so.
It doesn't matter. I'm just doing this narratively for now.
Oh, okay.
To the captain's right, in the seat of honor, is Verily, the actress. Beside the actress is a plate and seat that looks like it's set for a halfling, though Corla actually stands near her mistress, hands folded in front of her, sort of waiting primly, if that makes sense. You know, not like a professional. The chair next to Corla's empty seat, you can see is also empty, but there is a little card there that says Beckwood Ruse.
Or we have assigned seating.
It would appear so.
Okay.
All of the other seats are unoccupied, and you may sit wherever you like.
Oh, we don't get assigned little cards.
I don't think she
You
knew
do.
her.
I'm just letting
Oh,
you
okay.
choose where those cards are.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
I'll sit next to
So-
Audrani.
I was going to say Saya's probably seated next to Audrani. Nifix and Fixney are probably seated side by side.
Mm-hmm. If I can, I'll have Lorian on my other side.
So
I
the
don't-
question then is it Lorian who's on the end, or is it Caillou who's on the end?
That doesn't matter to me.
Given how much Caillou was hanging out with Saya, I think Lorian would be on the end then.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. So, as each of you takes a seat, there's sort of an awkward, uncomfortable, I don't want to say silence, because you can always hear the ship rocking, you can hear the waves outside. There's a quiet before the door opens once again, and the aforementioned Beckwood Ruse enters, looking kind of a little ruffled.
Disheveled?
I wouldn't go that far.
Ruffled?
Like once between fine and disheveled, whatever the midpoint there is, you know.
Okay.
And for everyone's benefit, so you all know who we're talking to, we have Beckwood Ruse. We have Virulane Larvazai. and her maidservant, Corla. I didn't show you the picture of Corla earlier, did I?
No.
Mm-mm. Oh.
Oh my god, she looks like she'll kick your ass.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, she will. And then, of course, at the head of the table
I
is
love her.
Mm-hmm.
Saoirse, once again. And since it's been a while, Audrani.
That's not that long.
So, the meal, I'm gonna make some of you, I'm gonna make me, very sad. The meal is simple but delicious. A first course of bread and caper-stuffed olives, followed by lemon braised lingcod and fried potatoes. Dessert consists of slices of herbed cheese, served with small glasses of sweet blackberry wine, right out of Roderick's Cove.
Mm.
Ooh, I don't have to bust my own bottle open.
No, it seems like the captain is treating everyone to. Well, she even apologizes for the simplicity of the meal.
The fuck?
For some of you, you're like, that's okay.
Like,
Looking at this.
I'll forgive you.
Yeah.
This is nice.
So as you are all eating, the captain says, "This is my first time meeting most of you, and most of your first times meeting each other. So I thought it might be a good opportunity to get to know each of us. Maybe share a few of our favorite tales."
Oh, Fixney can go first. He knows a lot.
Fixney, and the actress, Fixney, which one of you is Fixney? Oh, it's you, the precious little one. Yes, do share a tale. All eyes at the table are on you.
So Fixie's gonna start reciting like one of his first lessons of magic about how you're supposed to use proper reagents and casting spells, about how different reagents will react. It's gonna be like really droll, but
Wait.
it's like one of the only things you remember.
Wait, Vixie, I meant about us, not your stupid magic in your books.
So you're a wizard?
That's not what you said.
He's one of the greatest.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
What's your school, boy?
Really great.
And he immediately goes back to his food. Audrani, what about you? Why don't you share a tale? Oh. Sayo, why don't you share a tale?
Sure.
Just a moment. Come on, Audrani, something. She kind of blanches a little bit. Fixes her beady, elvish eyes on the captain for a moment. You can just feel the sort of fine attitude. Like, she doesn't say that, but that's the energy coming from Audrani.
Saya gives her like a
Bristles
thumbs up.
little bit.
Like, you got this.
Well, it's not much about me, but there's a legend that I've always really loved about how Sazlaru, a venerable, beloved figure in the faith of the Imperial Lord Ashava, how he defeated a powerful three-eyed demon known as the Misbegotten Prince, who had subjugated the Varisians of the Lost Coast during the Age of Anguish. That's all.
Thassilon is the guy that she had made a statue of, right? And that fell over? Is that
Saint Sazlaru.
Saint
Well, it
Sazlaru.
didn't fall over. She
she
sabotaged it. Yep.
okay. She told me it fell over before.
Well,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Fell over, sabotage, same difference.
It's not there anymore.
Well, I think that's a wonderful tale. And very important, I would imagine, to other cultures outside of our faith. She looks to Saya. Are your people familiar with Saint Sazlaru? Or the misbegotten prince?
Are we? Probably.
You can do remember that lore skill that you never get to use?
Yeah. I mean, I think Saya knows, but I don't know if her people know. But yeah, sure. I can. Do you want me to lore check it?
Hell yeah.
All right. Using the skill action checker. Lore, recall knowledge, Shava lore. Yeah. Can I spout off about it?
Let me see what you got.
I assume it worked. It says I probably rolled
You
this.
simply you don't know, you're not familiar with the particulars
Okay.
of this.
Oh, that's...
Okay, yeah, a Shava lore works. I was going to say Varisian lore. But
Oh,
yeah,
well,
I
it's
forgot you had a Shava lore.
It's the same plus, so...
Yeah, that's fine. Well, the captain, well, how do you respond then? You don't know anything about...
You know, those tales aren't super common with my people. They're more about Desna and Desna stories, so not as much.
The Dreamer, yes. I've found that a great many of the people of the road follow Desna.
Mm-hmm.
And a surprising amount follow Shaylin as well.
Mm-hmm.
Which I always thought was more of a southern faith.
We go all over.
We do love Shaylin down back home in Cheliax. Though some faiths have gotten a little uncomfortable in the last few decades. And there are still churches of Shaylin, but that one is not so prevalent, at least in Igorian. Not anymore. Really. I'm surprised that they still allow the worship of Shaylin in Cheliax. Well, there were some incidents that have helped to encourage this. There was a little disaster in Kintargo, and the faith has really been growing recently. The Queen has found it's better to let people worship who they will, as long as they're not hurting anyone or anything, or getting in the way of the Queen's politics, of course. You look like you... No? Nothing? Nothing? Okay.
Me?
Anyone? Okay.
Well, I
haven't
was
been
trying
paying
to think
attention
if
to
Hell's
photos.
Rebels was like a part of what the Queen now does. That's all.
Well, yeah,
I-
Kintargo's its own... Or Ravenel is its own country.
Oh yeah, then Nifix will speak up with that. You mean Ravenel?
Yes, that's what they are now called. It was a whole thing. It started with a little city rebellion, and then the next thing you know, there's all-out war and riots, and a whole chunk of the Heartland is suddenly its own new fledgling country. I've always wanted to perform in the Kintargo Opera House. I've heard it's magnificent.
Are you not allowed then?
Of course
Great,
I
great.
am. Circumstances have not brought me as far as Ravenel. But once I do my grand return, I should certainly love to pay them a visit. I understand they have an exquisite collection of art and certain gourmet delicacies.
Really?
Yes. Why, there's a renowned candy shop that conjures original confections every day.
Oh, Dixney, 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 Dixney.
Mm.
I was gonna keep going until you made a noise.
I have also heard great things about the people of Revunel. A very accommodating people.
Question.
Much more accepting of visitors.
Question. Is that where we did malevolence at?
It sure is.
Okay. Thank you.
Yep.
They were nice.
Very nice.
Well, what about you? Ixney, right? You must, oh, no. Nifix.
Yes.
Nifix.
Hi.
You must have a story or two to tell.
It depends. You want to give me a topic? I could tell you what I've done recently if I'm allowed to talk about it. Guys, can I tell what I did to that lady with the
Oh, you
the
precious
peacock?
darling! I would love to know what you are
You should
up to
absolutely
these days.
tell her. It's a
Okay.
wonderful story.
So there was this bad lady, and so we were fighting her, and she was kind of starting a cult there in Roderick's Cove. So
Oh, cult! Goodness gracious!
I know, right? They weren't even they had to sleep when they were told that. This sucks. Sometimes you would just want to stare at the stars and be unbothered and read a book. Anyway, so this mean lady, she was contacted with some fiend, which not my prerogative, but she do her, right? Anyway, she was being really bitchy, so she got on the balcony, and I took that moment to grab her by the waist and jump off the building and suplex her. It was amazing.
Fantastic! I would love to see you perform these daring feats of acrobatics and
I can do it after
swashbuckling
dinner.
adventure.
I just need a body. Is all the crew with us?
No. Actually, not even Eddie is here. It's just the captain.
Well, I don't want to do it to Eddie. He seems unlucky. But if you have another crewmate who's pretty sturdy, I'd happily show them a move or two.
I wouldn't trust any but Eddie to survive a move like you describe, the captain says.
I wouldn't do it off the boat or 2 stories. Just wait, can I do it off 2 stories? That's Nifix asking permission finally for something.
Saoirse's
I'm looking at her and I'm like,
I don't think anyone is clear on who. The party is like. Meanwhile, the pale, gangly man grumbles, "Cult this, cult that. Anybody who has a different idea than you must be a cult, right?"
Actually, no. It's depending on the
And that word
ideas
all the time
and
now.
what they're not allowed to learn.
Yeah, okay.
Are you part of a cult? Do people accuse you of that?
Yes, I would love to know your story, Mr. Ruse. He kind of looks up suddenly, surprised that everybody's paying attention to him. I don't know. Well, where are you from, Mr. Ruse? Beckwood Ruse. I'm, he kind of looks around for an escape route that isn't available and finally says in a hushed voice, I'm a native of Versex in Ustalev. From a small village, and his name I doubt you've heard of. I studied at Cinco Marti School of Sciences. I left my studies to travel. I gladly shook the dust of Ustalev off my shoes, and I'm done with that.
Esco, do you have a map so I can see where that is?
Not of Ustalev, though it is
that's where
east of Varisia.
Lich is.
Its primary population is Varisian.
Huh.
I feel like we've heard that word before too.
Ustalev is Pathfinder Barovia.
Oh. Okay.
And Cinco Makti Schools is where that professor who had his brain removed was from.
That's okay.
That's why it sounds so
That's
familiar.
near where the island of terror is.
Mm-hmm. That's a scary place. But they're... Well, it's up to you to ask about it if you wish to, or if you want to know more.
You gotta be pretty cunning to survive a place like that.
Mm-hmm.
School. You gotta be cunning, you just gotta know something.
I meant the place, not the school.
School is a place.
Obviously.
And he just doesn't seem like he wants to say more.
You study magic, right? What's your school?
Who are you
Like
asking?
your ruse? I'm asking
that's him.
his practice of magic. Like the kind of magic he does.
Esoteric matters. Little
What's that
interest
mean?
to... Nothing that would interest the other diners, I assure you.
Oh, try us.
Yeah,
I don't know.
a little bit of this and that.
I'm well versed in this and that.
Oh, good.
He really doesn't want to share.
No.
Well, Mr. Ruse, are you from around Cinco Makti? Yeah, just a little collection of hovels, really. Better it be swallowed up by the earth, if I'm honest. Oh, well, that's nice.
Damn.
What about you? I believe you said your name was Lorian?
Yes. What, do you want to hear about me?
Yes.
Always.
Yes. I'm sorry, dear.
Or do you
I don't
want
mean
us-
to interrupt your story, but has anyone told you you are positively beautiful?
Isn't she?
Just ravishing. I love your hair.
Ah, thank you. Please excuse me for a few moments. And she's gonna get up and she's gonna leave.
Audrani is kind of like head down really hard.
Oh, I'm
Suffers
sorry
from
about her.
seasickness.
She's really shy about her appearance. When we met her, she wouldn't take off her goggles or her hood.
Mm-hmm.
And she gets
Oh.
bashful every time we mention how pretty she is.
Oh, she shouldn't be. Why, she's lovely.
Isn't she, though?
People must fall upon her in droves.
How do you think I went blind? It's her radiance.
Verlaine, she might be a little uncomfortable about that. Remember, not everyone is bound for the stage and, the lights and spectacles. Oh, you are right, Saoirse, my love, of course. Oh, it was my error. Well, I will simply make it up to her with a little song and dance, and Corla. or perhaps a story or something.
She does like
Yeah.
learning about people.
Mm-hmm.
But what about you, my dear captain? You must have some interesting stories to tell. Do share. Who are you?
Oh, can I pick one for her? How'd you
Me?
meet Aldrani?
She looks to Audrani, and Audrani kind of gives an almost imperceptible. Mm-mm. That is a story for perhaps a different time.
Oh.
But
Sorry.
I suppose I can share a little bit. I've always been a sailor since I was a little girl. My father was a renowned sailor who traveled up and down the Lost Coast, doing much the same business I do, but less stylishly. And of course, I accompanied him on all of the adventures. I love the sea. I've always loved the sea. When I'm on land, it's all I can think of. Sometimes I wonder if there's a little mordant spire in my blood. But I don't have much of a tale to tell, I'm afraid. We've had some run-ins with pirates out of Riddleport. We fought a really big devilfish once. A devilfish? Oh, how
Have you ever seen a
big.
kraken?
Goodness, no. I don't imagine this little ship could stand up to a kraken.
We'll have to get you a bigger ship.
The size of a ship does not measure her quality. You see, for me, the Tylee's Whim is not a vessel. It's not a vehicle. It's not wood and nails and cargo and sails. It's as much a member of my crew as Eddie.
Oh, I only meant it so I can go on a voyage to kill a kraken with you. That sounds really fun.
One would have to go well out of the Varisian Gulf to find a kraken, I think.
One day.
You may have to find a different captain for that, I'm afraid. But if you have high seas adventures here in the Gulf that you want to embark upon, I will always be happy to carry you around the sea, little one.
Oh my god. I'm sorry, can I go tell Lorien?
Audrani kind of looks to Saya questioningly.
We can tell Lorien later. Or...
You know how like little animals get
Finish
the
your food
zoomies and when
first.
they're really excited about something?
But I don't think we're gonna be able to stop her.
She just starts, I'll be right back. And she starts sprinting off, just yelling, Lorien! Lorien! Guess what the captain said?
And you're out. Well, this certainly isn't the communal dinner I had hoped.
She'll be back. She's literally like gonna go tell her and then come right back.
At this point, Beck would. I thought this thing was mandatory, so we can just go. Am I done here? The captain. You're not a prisoner, Mr. Ruse. If you wish to go, and he doesn't even wait for her to finish the sentence. He pushes his plate back, stands up, and leaves.
It was nice to meet you.
Yeah, I would give it 3 minutes before Nifix comes back.
Actually, so Nifix, you were tracking Lorien down.
By the
Is that
way,
particularly hard, Lorien?
What?
Yeah, Alvin?
Now that I gotta look at him, what style is his armor from?
Interesting that you should ask.
I feel like I've seen it before.
Reminds me of a Hell Knight.
Mm-mm.
Go ahead and make.
He is from Ustalov.
No, they like more Ruby
This
stuff.
is only Ixnay. Go ahead and do that.
Okay, we should do. Oh, rope. No.
You're not sure. I mean, in terms of like what type of armor, I assume that you're asking more like what's with it as opposed to
No, like the kind of style. I feel like I've seen it before.
Yeah, so the style you just can't really place. You're not sure.
It will remain, I feel like I've seen that before. And
Yeah. There's something about it, but you can't put your finger on it.
Lorian is at the front of the ship, just looking out at the water.
I'd probably sense her above me then. No. It'd take me a minute.
So she's not hiding.
Okay. Needless to say, you find Lorian.
I tell Lorian.
Go ahead.
Lorian, she said if we did any like more deep golf adventures, we could go. She'd take us. You should come back. Come on.
No. I've lost my appetite. You enjoy dinner.
You don't have to eat. I'll eat it for you.
I've also lost my appetite for company.
Oh. Is it because of what she said about your appearance?
Yes, I suppose so.
Would you like to talk under the stars tonight?
No, we don't need to do that. The fuck was that?
Nothing.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Because I've been a little curious about the constellations again.
I can teach you, I suppose, a little bit later if you want.
Okay, I'll be back. Hey, Lorian? Doesn't really matter what you look like. I think you're amazing.
Thanks.
I'll give her a hug and I'll go run back.
Pat
Okay.
your head.
As you come back, you find that the others have been very quickly distracted by Viralaine, who has begun telling stories of her many performances across Avestan. Why, I once got to tell stories. I didn't even have to sing. It was just stories, for they so loved the tones of my voice in some little village in Wangi. It was very quaint, all of them so precious. They had this little church set up for all manner of gods, and they wanted me to go in and just talk. They didn't even care what I talked about. It was lovely, very warm, and such a pleasant what's the word for it? When you set something against something else. Such a pleasant juxtaposition against that shellish opera these days. I can't stand the New Age opera. It's pure discordant caterwauling.
Oh my.
Is that why you took a break?
Beg your pardon?
You don't like the new styles of opera. Is that why you've taken a break?
You see her face kind of darken. I would hope that those with whom I'm dining would have the manners to avoid such unpleasant topics.
Well, okay. You said you were making a big return. So I was curious, are you making a big return with a different style?
I haven't decided yet.
Okay.
It's
Why don't I tell
defensive.
you all another story? Before I'd really made a name for myself, Nifix opens the door and starts coming in. I was in Obara, in Taldor, portraying the maidservant girl of Duchess Amalia in a production of A Soldier of Zimar. I actually drew some of my inspiration from good Corla here. A Druman Callistocrat was so taken by my performance in this relatively minor bit role one evening that he promised me my weight in gemstones if I would consent to be his wife. I've never been so delighted to be on the heavier side of the scale. Alas, he had this most vexing habit of breathing with his mouth open, and he had the oiliest beard, so I wasn't tempted in the least by his offer. Of course, there was the matter of his wife. He would first have to have the poor thing murdered, which he seemed perfectly willing to arrange. told me he'd have one of his footmen strangle her that very night with the scarf I'd given him from my costume. He said I only needed to give him a kiss on the cheek and the deed was done. Of course, I let her know of her husband's opinion of very soon thereafter. But can you believe the gall of some men?
Absolutely, yes.
Terrible.
Men can be so disgusting.
They truly can. They can. Though some of them are just absolute little charmers, too.
Hey, I got a question.
Mhm.
Speaking of little charmers, did he go back to his cabin?
Yeah, before Nifix came out, you would have seen him open the door, letting it slam behind him as he went straight down the stairs.
Okay.
And I assume the story she just told is similar to, but probably not the same kind of thing as why she stopped from our society check earlier.
So you don't know the details
Okay.
beyond something about a scandal.
Okay, so it could have been this. It could have been something else.
Well, that was in Igorian, Cheliax,
Oh,
whereas
okay.
the story she just told was in a different country entirely. Talbot.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Could be. Depends on how truthful she's being.
And
Okay.
most of this,
Thanks.
Saoirse's just kind of been resting her head in her hand, watching Viraline with interest, and she says, "Your inspiration, then. What about you, Corla?" And she looks to the halfling, addressing her directly. The halfling just sort of looks almost at her, but not quite, making eye contact, and says, "Thank you very much for the food, ma'am."
Did she even eat?
Not that you saw. She says, "I'm sure my mistress would be pleased to tell you all about it." Don't mind her. She's a little unpolished, but I'm working on it. We're teaching. She's learning. She's come a very long way. When I first met her, she couldn't write, couldn't read, was half starved, the poor thing. And now, look at her. She is a vision of loveliness, and she smiles warmly at Corla, who just sort of nods curtly.
Who's not having it?
Doesn't look upset. If you want, you can do sense motive, which is perception.
I would like to.
I'm gonna forgo this one.
Your call.
Perception, sense motive.
Okay. You get the sense that Corla is very humble.
Okay. Okay. So she just doesn't want to talk about it.
Yeah. Maybe a little shy.
Hmm.
From the if what Viraline is saying is true, it sounds like her background may have been very much a contrast to to what she's in now.
Hmm.
So you could see that being a little uncomfortable for her.
Yeah. Okay.
I must ask, by the way, darling Saoirse, that uncanny man, Beckwood Ruse, you said? Yes, and before you ask, Viraline, I'm not going to talk about his story or anything about him. If he wants to share his story, that's his business. Well, I would never deign to be nosy about his business. Why? I would never. I once had an opportunity to go into the private offices of one of the very market lords of Katapash itself. I could have learned, just think of what I might have seen there. Documents, the people they trade with. It was all in exchange for this part I played in someone else, like a little amateur production written by a real genius, really. Nidalee's chap. He was gifted but troubled. Very dark performance. But he needed an understudy, and he didn't have one for his starlet, so of course I took the role. She was the most lovely, and she's just gonna carry on dominating as much conversation as she's allowed to, unless anybody else has something they want to chip in.
Oh, fascinating. Captain. She says it like that every time.
Silly.
Well,
I just said sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, it's okay. I can formulate my question. Don't worry.
If it's urgent, go ahead. Otherwise,
Fixney just got a brain zap. Did you say Nidal?
the playwright, yeah.
No, I mean, you said Nidalee's, right? Was that his square? Is wearing Nidalee's armor?
Normally, you'd have to succeed at a certain DC, but since you called it unprompted, yes. Not only was his armor Nidalee's, he even had a faint Nidalee's accent that you just now placed. It wasn't Ustalavic at all.
Oh, he's one of those.
Can you, when you get a chance, can you cut to Lorian, please? Speaking of.
Let's let Nifix finish, and then I will, yeah. Nifix?
Okay. If you had to say, what would be more daring? Since you said you're very comfortable at sea, what's your wildest land experience?
I don't think I have very much of that.
Really?
No. As long as I remember, I was a little girl on this very ship. This was my father's ship. The
So cool.
Surety, it used to be named.
Is it custom to change the name when the owner changes?
No. Surety was my mother's name.
Oh.
And
What was she like? Did I
She was
say the wrong
artistic.
thing? Okay.
and very, very clever. Always looking for the next adventure. But not always understanding how the adventure needs to go. She, unfortunately, during a visit when we were all much farther south than the Varisian Gulf, she contracted a fever. We were off the coast of Rahadum. They don't have clerics there.
Oh.
I feel like I keep asking all the wrong questions.
No, it's okay. It was a long time ago. And I grieved. My father and I both did. I was just a little girl at the time. But neither my father nor I ever felt any particular desire to leave familiar waters since then. And after a time, when my father too was gone and the ship was mine, I didn't want to sail the waters filled with grief in a ship named Grief.
That
A
does
very
sound
wise
lucky.
woman taught me that, and she smiles at Audrani.
Nifix doesn't see that.
She said that was her mom that passed away?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, losing a parent's rough. I'm sorry you went through that.
Everyone does eventually.
That's fair. But at a young age, it's rough.
Thank you. Thank you. Well, do go on, Saoirse, darling. It's the Tylee's whim now. If Surety was your mother, who's Tylee? And you see Audrani's eyes kind of go, oh. bug-eyed.
Oh, right. She told us not to ask that, didn't she?
She sure did tell you not to ask that. There's a silence. And Audrani kind of puts a hand on Saoirse's shoulder and squeezes it. And then looks to Verlaine and sort of acknowledges the rest of the table. It's best we not speak of lost loves. Certainly more cheerful conversation is proper for our table, I think. For now. Tonight.
Yeah, tell us more about your operas.
Let's cut over to...
I would love to. I keep steering the conversations to bad questions. I am so sorry.
To be fair, your question was fine. It was just you cut off at the safe point. Verlaine saw the safety rail and was like, "Oh, I'm going right that way." Loria.
You said he went to his room?
He did.
I'm gonna go over to his room and listen again.
You hear nothing. But you
Nothing?
can see lantern light filtering under the door.
I stand out there for a minute. Do I see any shadows moving?
No.
Knock, knock.
What do you want? A second later, the door flies open. And you see him standing in the doorway, glowering at you. I paid top coin for assurances that I would not be bothered. What's the meaning of this? Where's the captain?
Still at dinner. I saw you left early and I wanted to make sure you were okay. As somebody who doesn't like social situations like that and would rather spend her time doing more intelligent things, esoteric matters as they were, I thought I should look out for you. But it seems
This is diplomacy, make an impression.
But it seems you are just fine. And I also want to like scope out behind him in his room.
Okay. I'll get to that in a moment.
So it would be under the menu, right? Like what? Diplomacy?
Diplomacy and then make impression.
Make an impression.
Yep.
Use action. Blind?
No.
Or no?
I don't think it
no.
matters.
Okay.
It should auto, because I noticed when Saya rolled sense motive, it put it to blind.
Ooh, I'm gonna re-roll that with my hero point. Well,
it's better.
Okay, it is better.
He says, "Good, you're a regular brain. Good night."
Okay, so
yeah, it's not a critical failure, but he's not interested in making friends, it seems like.
okay. Did I scope out anything in his room?
You clock it's a much nicer quarter than you have. It's more spacious.
Right, he paid whatever.
You see he's got a number of books, some
you know what?
journals.
Hey, Stilly.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna use this.
That's odd. There she is.
Is his porn collection sitting out in there?
Thing. Let me take a look here. What do we got? Okay, I have an idea. Let me open up his sheet. You note, where is it? A number of bottles and chemicals in there that in the business you would call live chemicals. He's making something.
Yeah. I'll stop the door. I'm gonna stop the door from shutting.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you drop.
Who do you think you are?
You dropped this. I'm gonna hand him an empty bottle. I think it rolled out of the room.
He kind of bristles, snatches it. Good night.
What are you?
The captain will be hearing about this.
Damn it! Can I get a Can I smell anything? Like, could I
Yes.
figure out what he was making?
Now I'm gonna have you. This is not in the skill dialogue. Just make a crafting check.
I could still pull it up from there. Crafting. Identify alchemy is in there.
That's perfect. There you go. I'll be damned.
Eh?
Okay. See, okay. Yeah.
Public again.
Whatever it has you do by default.
It comes up with the normal dialogue, and you can select.
Yeah, you can select it.
It doesn't
Did you
choose.
So, Nit, did you manually make that blind?
I mean, most of my checks all night have been blind, so it was there already. But it was the drop down was there.
Well, I don't. So you'd have to check identify alchemy.
Well, I already rolled it.
It would say if it had the secret trait, though. But 25. You recognize some alchemical components for various elixirs. Some basic, something that you believe to be, in fact, given your own specialization, you can identify multiple medical components for elixirs of life, anti-plague, antidote, stuff like that. But you also are noting some more acrid smells that give you reason to believe there's some elemental mixtures as well. And something that stands out to you, the one thing that doesn't match everything else, something you can't recognize in its alchemical uses. It almost smells like glue, but with some kind of additive.
You're gonna make him blow up the ship, Lorian.
I'm trying to make sure he's not gonna blow up the ship. Okay.
You done?
Time for bed.
Okay. The rest of dinner passes uneventfully. Eventually, the captain, unless you guys leave before then, the captain finally says, Verlaine, I do love your tales, but it is growing late, and I'm sure the other, my other guests are weary. Oh, but of course, yes, you are right. I've been terribly rude. I do hope you'll forgive me. But, dear Captain, dear my friend Saoirse, won't you allow just one song for the crew? Saoirse. Actually, no, I'm sorry. I misread that. I read that backwards. But Verlaine, can't I persuade you into one song for the crew? Sorry, that was coming from the complete opposite end of that expectation. I really couldn't, Saoirse. You know I would. Oh, please, Verlaine. Think of how depressed my boys will be. It's such a long voyage, and they love hearing your songs. Well,
Oh, can Saya pile on?
I do prefer the acoustics of the open sea. Very well. I will perform for you if, and only if, everyone is present. I want to impress the other honored guests. I must. I am an actor. It is in my nature.
Is this what it was like with Estelle?
No, this is far worse, but...
Thank you. Oh my god.
So she is way worse than Saya.
Yeah. She's annoying Saya, which you know how irritating you have to be to get on Saya's nerve?
Saya's also annoyed that she never asked her about herself. Like she wanted nothing really to do with me, so Saya's annoyed, but Saya's extremely annoyed with her.
And I will say, she wasn't snubbing Caillou, Kelso. I knew you had stepped away, so I didn't want to like put you on the spot when you were gone.
I assumed she was only subbing Saya.
Saoirse wouldn't. I assume also that Saoirse probably would have asked for a few Varisian tales of the road, but Verlaine at no point asked. You are correct.
Yeah.
Though as she's walking out the door, she does pause to like put a hand on your scarf and be like, "Oh, what beautiful texture, magnificent," and then she'll walk past her.
Yeah. Well, thank you.
Just don't touch someone else's family heirloom.
Oh yeah,
She
broke like 6 different convention rules right there.
Let me just cut you with it.
You want to see this texture?
I'm showing you what it does, bitch.
Next time.
So, a minute later, Lorien Audrani knocks on your door.
She don't know I'm in there.
She's not found you anywhere else, so it's
shit,
not
you're
that
right.
big of a ship.
What? What is it?
Verlaine is going to perform, and she insists you be there.
Okay. Give me like 10 minutes.
I don't think she's gonna wait 10 minutes.
Okay, well, buy as many minutes as you can. I'll shut the door.
To nobody in particular, she just says to the door, "How would I do that?" And then she's gonna go. And
wait, is she going to what's his face's door?
Yep.
She said everybody. Uh-oh, I'm gonna listen.
Through the door, you hear, "What? What do you want?" You can't hear Audrani's voice. You just hear like voice, but no specific words. Just the faint murmur of her talking, and you hear, "I don't care."
Captain's orders.
I will be speaking to the captain. This is ridiculous. Twice I've been disturbed. Twice.
That's once more than once.
You hear him storm off, and about 30 seconds later, you can hear the murmur of Audrani saying something to herself again, and then you can hear her leave.
Okay, I'm gonna go snoop in his room.
She is sassy when she thinks she's alone and not being listened to.
I'm gonna go snoop in his room.
It's pent-up sass.
You're going to his room?
Hmm?
Okay.
Is it locked? Can't be locked.
It is not locked. So you... Oh, right. You go in. You
What
find
the fuck is that?
It's him, dude.
Why is he still in there?
Because I didn't move the tokens because it's narrative.
Sorry.
Surprise!
You see that his books are still present, but none of the lab equipment is here. Just the leftover odors.
What the fuck? How do you do that? Okay. Oh, I'm gonna go snoop. I'm gonna snoop through his books.
Perception search.
I'm gonna try to figure out what the fuck. Oh
I
no!
think search is in
First,
there.
first things first. Hold on. I'm gonna do. He is my investigation now.
You mean you're making him a lead?
He is my lead. Yes.
You should have a thing.
You sneaky son of a bitch! I don't trust you. Huh? There's that, and then
Pursue a lead.
yes.
I think your adventures. Oh yeah, so this is the pursue a lead action you are taking.
Yes. I'm just putting that there, so... Does this work if I... Hold on. Let me click it and... A macro cannot be created from... Okay.
So you would drag pursue a lead onto your actual character sheet, onto the actions tab.
Okay, I was just hoping that I could...
Because that's a character action, it's not tied to a skill, it's tied to your class.
Oh, it's already... Here it is. Did it pop in?
There it is. Once per 10 minutes. So it only takes you 1 minute.
Yeah.
Spend 1 minute examining the details. This subject is typically a single creature.
So it's him.
Okay. Whenever you attempt a perception, which you're doing now, to investigate the subject, you gain a +1 circumstance bonus on the check. And you can maintain 2 active investigations. Right now, you only have 1, and that is him.
Yes. So here comes the perception. Seek, you said?
Search is what I was gonna say,
Oh.
if that's an option.
Uh.
That might only be like an exploration thing without a check.
Yeah, it's only seek, sense motive, unspecified.
Okay, so this is unspecified then.
Okay, let me turn this on. So pursue lead is on. Oh, that said blind. That makes sense. It's perception.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so going through his things, let me see if there's much I can give. I don't even know what all I can give you here.
I don't know either.
Your sequence breaking? What?
What?
No longer a glitchless run?
What?
Where is it?
Am I breaking something? Sorry.
In
Okay.
typical
Yeah,
PC fashion, you're breaking
So
it.
you find a lot of traces of different alchemical components. You can see that he likely has a portable set of alchemical tools that he makes his own stuff. You're recognizing enough to see that he probably has daily like unguents and basically he can make stuff just that he can use per day. Like he is an alchemist in class. You do find one shipping manifest. It is for one large crate listed as containing delicate alchemical and laboratory equipment and is listed as weighing 800 pounds.
That is so heavy.
Okay. Does the shipping manifest say that where it is on this ship?
You passed it on the way into your room. It's over with the cows. It's that big damn crate that he was yelling at the sailors about.
Oh. Uh-oh. Okay. I'm going to... Does he have any recipes sitting around that I can take?
Not here.
Okay.
It seems like he's...
Keeping it close to the vest?
Yes.
Okay. I will leave his room, put everything back like I found it.
Okay. So, you're going to the deck then?
No. I'm going to that crate.
Okay. There are 2 sailors down here, different ones from earlier, who are sort of tending to the cows. One of them is mopping the floor outside you guys' rooms. They both kind of just, like, they'll acknowledge you with a nod, but pay you.
I'll nod. I'll run my hand over the crate. Oh, it's over here.
Yep.
Does it feel anything?
Yeah, I mean, it's wood.
Hot, warm?
No.
How is it shut?
Nailed.
Let me see what I've got in my inventory here real quick. I think I have a crowbar.
I will note that you are under observation at present.
Yeah. I do have a crowbar. Are they just here? Have they been here the whole time tending the cows?
Not these 2 in particular, but there's always been people here. Not always tending to the cows. Sometimes it's cleaning. Sometimes it's like their job is just monitoring and taking care of this deck.
And the
hold.
crew quarters is on this deck too.
Yes,
Right.
the crew quarters is back this way.
Are there any holes?
No.
If I knock on it, does it sound hollow or like it's completely
knock on it?
full?
A little bit of. It sounds like it's not empty.
Well, I know it's not
It
empty.
better not be
the
empty.
sailor
Got
over here
800 pounds. I mean, like, is it like...
moves over like, what's that? Oh, almost gave me a heart attack. You did.
That's just me.
Supposed to stay away from the guest's box.
I'm just
And you
checking.
took my head off this morning about it.
You did?
And interesting. Hang on.
What an arsehole.
Lorian,
Yeah?
so you had kind of knocked on it.
Mhm.
As you're talking to this guy, almost imperceptible something catches your attention. A faint thump from in the box, right where you knocked.
Thump, thump.
But so mild that it had no chance of being audible over the cows, the waves, the creaking of wood. The sailor, yeah, to be honest, kind of hope some of his shit broke. Serve the bloke right. Asshole.
Yeah. Yeah.
You going? Don't wait on my account. I'm supposed to stay down here. Gotta watch the cows.
How big
Only
is
I
this
get to go
crate?
out and enjoy the show.
How big is this crate?
About,
5 by 5 space?
about 6 by 6, but yeah.
Are there other crates down here too?
None like this one. Most of it's just like cargo. You know, like stuff that the ship needs, supplies, merchandise.
I would like to do a check.
Give it to me narratively.
I'm trying to think what the fuck this guy could be smuggling out of Riddleport that weighs 800 pounds and is alive.
Hello?
Racking my brain. A nature check, maybe?
I mean,
I would say that that's too vague.
it's too vague.
You need a little more info to go on.
And there's no smell. Nothing.
It's hard to tell because the smell of you're in a cow's barn, but where the cows are
Damn
all
these
seasick,
cows!
they're all seasick too. So they've been
Oh,
poor
this
things.
entire day.
It smells awful.
So are there
Aw.
smells? Fucking who knows at this point. This whole
You mean who Moo knows?
this whole place
Moo
is
knows.
this whole place is a goddamn smell.
You told us that.
Okay. I'm going to attempt to coerce this man and his friend.
That's intimidation.
No, it's not.
Coerce? Yes, it is.
Oh, you're right. Never mind. I'm gonna try to diplomatize this man into doing what I want.
Do narrative. Tell me narratively what you want, and I'll tell you what action it is.
So I know this might be breaking the rules, but can you guys, I think I saw a rat in my room. Can you get it for me? I'm kind of, they're kind of freaking me out.
The sailor by the cows. All right. When he's like starts shaking his head and like backing up away from you as rapidly and emphatically as he can. No, not doing rats. Don't got no rats on this ship.
Oh, it was something like a
No
rat.
rats. The other one, who with the mop, kind of comes back out here and leans on the mop. You got rats?
Yeah, in my room. I'm
Weird.
just-
Told the captain we should get a cat. Got plenty of fish.
Yeah, it was really big. Do you think you could, like, get rid of it for me?
Sure, if I can find it. I got some traps.
It was
Set up
under
some
my.
traps.
It was under my bed.
Might have to kill it. Be a shame.
Well, why am I so sympathetic for a little rat that's imaginary?
Well, go on.
It's extra imaginary. It's just.
Oh, it won't get out in a hurry.
No, I want to go to
Basically,
bed
we're
and
gonna set a trap tonight and see what happens.
I can't.
Maybe it comes out for a little bit of cheese during the night.
Oh, okay.
Maybe it gets
Little
its
bit of
back
cheese.
snapped.
I don't like this guy.
I like him.
I would like to go to bed, so.
I'm gonna be bedding with the rat.
Girl, you have friends who can help you distract
But
these
don't worry,
guys.
we'll set a trap. And I'll put out the good bait. Our
Okay,
special bait.
please do.
I'll be gone by morning. Don't you worry about that.
Does he just stand there?
Yep.
No.
I gave it the old college try. I'm whipping out my fucking crowbar and
Creepy fucking mop sailor is.
I'm fucking crowbarring this fucker open.
Oh,
Whoa, 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 whoa! So you kind of put the crowbar in. So this is athletics, force open.
Oh, I'm not very good at this.
The crowbar does not give you a bonus. It just removes the penalty you take for not having a crowbar.
Oh, great. What'd you say?
No.
Athletics?
Uh-huh.
I didn't dare to say this is a bad
That-
idea, but
It's athletics, force open.
Force open's not on here. Unspecified?
No, that should be on there.
It's not in the action selector.
What's under athletics?
It says balance, maneuver in flight, squeeze, tumble
That's
through.
acrobatics.
no, athletics
No,
says
it's
that too.
not.
I mean, those
Oh,
are
that's-
acrobatics things, but that's what it
a
has.
glitch.
Yeah.
Okay, here.
What do I do? Oh, okay.
So you start trying to get this thing open, and unfortunately, it's gonna take a while to get that open. And the pirate
Help me!
sailor
He's a
rushes over
pirate!
here and is like
Help me!
grabbing you, like, no,
No, you have to help me.
No, put the crowbar
You have to help me.
down, drop it.
There's someone in there.
The other guy is just like peeking around the corner, like, is it gone? You put the rat?
I'm gonna kick him off me and try again.
How-
He is trying. So first, he's gonna try to grapple you.
How loud is this?
It hasn't gotten loud yet.
probably not
If
loud
it
enough.
does, that won't be the good thing I think you're hoping for.
I don't know. It's-
I'm gonna knock this stupid fuck out. Wait, what am I doing?
Nothing.
Oh, okay.
He's-
You are grappled. Or grabbed.
Unhand me, sir. Well, I still have the crowbar, right? Just because he's grappled me doesn't mean I can't
Correct.
open
He
this
has not
thing.
yet disarmed you.
Okay, I'm gonna try again.
So you are.
Don't worry, Nit.
already
I
have-
got this.
Okay.
You are now grabbed.
That's okay.
You can still move though, right? She just.
Nope,
well,
not
I
while
mean,
grabbed.
sorry. Like she can't move out of the space, but she can pry open again. Or
Yeah,
is she like bear hugged?
with
It's an
penalties, now that you're grabbed, yeah.
It's an attack, right? So I can.
This was an attack, yes.
Okay. Should I just hit it up there again?
What are you trying to do?
I'm trying to pry it open again.
So you're trying to do it in spite of being grabbed. Okay.
Yeah.
Then yeah.
I
Yeah.
like throw my body on it just to try to. Look, there's something in there. There's something. And I don't know what it doesn't.
I'm looking. Okay.
It's just nails, right?
A lot of nails. Yeah. 19 is not enough. He's just holding you back from doing this.
Hold
That is
on,
one action.
Oh. I'll
See,
try
it says
again.
force open, one action. At the top,
No? Where do you see that?
there's the little symbol
Oh,
for
yeah.
an action.
Okay, I'll do it again.
So you have -5 now because that is an attack action.
Yes.
You don't have to manually input that. I can do the
Okay.
math in my head. We can.
I'm hoping for a nat 20, but no.
Nope, that is a critical failure.
Okay.
You, like the crowbar, like breaks free and clangs onto the floor. At which point, he is going to try to like
There's somebody in there. Let me go.
get you in a full Nelson.
Let me out.
Let's
If
see
you would have just went and got the rat, we wouldn't be in this mess.
Okay, he does not get you in a full Nelson. In fact, you're able to like elbow him and get him off of you.
Oh, did he critically
failed? So you are no longer grabbed.
Oh, sweet. I grabbed the crowbar and try again.
Okay, I will. Well, actually, no, that was one action on his part.
Oh, okay.
He's gonna turn and look at the fearful sailor who's like peeking around the corner. Go get elbows!
No, not elbows. I liked it.
Okay. He's gonna... So those of you who are up on the top deck, which is everyone else, along with the crew who are just kind of waiting uncomfortably because Audrani just sort of came back and didn't say anything and is just like looking at the floor. You see that sailor come up. The passenger's lost her goddamn mind. She's trying to break into the... No, that's the wrong one. Passenger's lost her mind. I think she's trying to break into the crate.
Also, there's a rat.
And as he says that, you can see the captain kind of like look angry and exasperated. You see Eddie kind of shake his head, snort in an incredulous, exasperated way. But you see Beckwood. No.
Wait.
No. No! And he goes running. You've got to stop her! Stop her now!
Yay!
Wait.
I thought Nifix was being the like absolute troublemaker. Find out it's Lorian.
Yeah, that's me.
And like, as he
Lorian's
starts to
not
run,
with us, isn't she?
one of the sailors starts
no.
to try to like, calm down, Mr. Rooster. You calm down! She's gonna get us all killed!
Well, that's
Lauren's
fine.
about to get us kicked off
And
the
I
ship.
think that's where we're
Nope.
going to end for tonight.
No!
No.
They're a fucking vampire or some
So I am going to
a chunky
have
vampire.
everyone position themselves more or less where they're supposed to be.
Good
Where
job,
would the
Lorian.
performance be?
So the center of the main deck.
Can I?
My barrel.
Where's Kirkhead at?
I'm moving everybody.
Why am I
He's
controlling?
actually he's probably gone down into the crew quarters to sleep.
Oh, he didn't have to watch the performance too. I thought everybody had to be there.
No, not everybody. The guests.
Oh,
had to.
we
She
had
wanted
to
the
be there.
two who'd stormed out.
All right, then yes, I was just gonna sit on this barrel then.
Orla.
My barrel.
Oh, well, you can sit next to me.
Okay.
Here, I can move to this barrel.
Yay.
And Beckwood was in the process of running for the
Like,
stairs.
I'm like as far away as I can be, but still being like polite.
Okay. Yeah, sucks to end here, but
Cliffhangers.
you guys hate cliffhangers, right?
As long as I'm the one hanging on the cliff.
Trying to figure out what if he's being truthful and if this thing really would just destroy everybody if it got let out, or if he just doesn't want anyone to know the secret that he's smuggling bad stuff.
Why not both?
Could be both.
For
Why
real.
not both?
Anyway,
Did
Smuggling
that.
something
In
super
fairness.
duper dangerous.
He is not the one who broke any particular contract. So
Yeah, it's the one that went crazy downstairs.
this
I
could
didn't
get...
sign any contract.
You did.
Oh, whoops.
You were the one who straight up said that sounds fair.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah, you agreed to not do pretty much what you just done, so.
Well, I guess I'm a liar. A dirty, dirty
Yeah.
liar.
I guess we're gonna find out if Captain Sersha is the
Throw her in the
keel hauling
brig.
type of captain, or the lock you in the brig kind of captain, or we'll see.
We're all about
Yeah,
to
we'll
get
see.
kicked off this ship. We're gonna have to walk to Magnimar.
No, it won't be you guys. It'll just be me. Don't worry.
It really depends. I mean, from a legal standpoint, she would at this point now have the legal authority to remove all 5 of you from her ship in a manner of her choosing.
What? Lauren?
It just depends on if she's going to exercise that right.
I'll say
GG's, Lorian.
it was just me. Just throw me off. It's fine.
Yeah, that's not how that works with groups.
Well,
But-
you know,
Split the
we're gonna-
party.
We also are not accounting for whatever might or might not be in said crate.
That's
it might
our only
literally
hope.
just be
Let
like a
it
bunch
out.
of chemicals that would have been fine if they weren't exposed or whatever. You never know.
Why did it knock back to me?
I didn't say it knocked back. I said there was a single bump. It could have been something that was like popping. No, it was a knock.
I was trying to gaslight you.
We'll see. We'll see. It's
Ugh. I would have helped you distract them.
I love that we haven't even been on this ship for like 12 hours.
We've been on it for
It's
12 hours, just
definitely-
not 24.
Barely been.
There
Dude,
is
if
a
you
schedule of events that occur, and it does bypass one, which will now probably not occur.
Oh, oops.
The song? We're not singing?
However, well, probably not going to be able to now.
I'm sorry.
However,
Are you?
A little.
again, that doesn't mean that it's a bad thing.
If you knew Lorian's backstory, you'd think this makes perfect sense. She would do something stupid like this.
Let's see, normally you're really calm and collected. So,
Well,
Maybe she's
that's what you
not
show
old
us.
lady.
nah, that's you.
It was hasty, is what it is. It's
This is how she got body
A
swapped, I
risk.
swear.
That's true.
because, like, yeah, she could have followed protocol, waited, scouted things out, monitored the guy, watched his behavior, taken notes, gone through bureaucracy. But maybe in doing that, something would have gone worse. Maybe something could have been terrible and has been headed off.
Probably a mummy.
We'll see. It's
An
all going to
800-pound
depend on
mummy.
what is in that box.
What's
Mr.
in
Beck,
the
or Mr.
box?
Ruse's package.
Mummy's
Of
going
course,
Wait.
literally
Boxes.
until I said his name out loud, it did not occur to me that his name is Ruse.
I was thinking
Um,
about it.
R-U-S.
That's like fucking AD&D style naming conventions right there is what that
It's
is.
like his name is a ruse.
Harkens back to the days of Curry Woodspice the Elven Butler or Mikhail Gorchakov, the weapons dealer. No, I'm not joking. That is in a printed adventure. I wish I were joking. That is literally the character's name.
I believe you.
Tell me, Ruse isn't that style of naming convention. Like,
Really?
I see you, Pathfinder. I see you. All right. Well, that's it for tonight. We'll be back next week to find out what the hell is in Mr. Ruse's box and if Lorian is going to get keel hauled or not.
And get the
Um,
rest of his keel hauled with her.
Yeah. Or that. Stay
Well, I
tuned.
never survived in the water.
Watch our YouTube channel if you want to catch up on older episodes or follow along with the adventures of Water Under the Bridge in the Desert of Desolation, where they're in a temple dedicated to the god Set.
It is great.
For me, not at all for
Oh, I'm having fun with it.
you think you are. We'll see. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next week. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.